WJBW is made possible by sausage. Stick one in your mouth.
I hear a little bit of feedback in the mic.
These charges are not mine.
Hey, welcome to the JBW Web DBWDD.com or RevRevShow.com. Oh, yes! Fucking asinine.
Can you give me a massage? I love you.
Holla at you.
Ow!
Ooh, girl.
Seriously.
Hello, Papa.
Some shit like that. You gotta do the Rocky Mountain ride.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck with. Boy. Ain't everybody getting the Rocky Mountain ride?
WJBW.
You don't want to.
Yeah,
What it do?
that's right.
Welcome back. The JB Rev Show, weekly endeavor to talk with talented
Coming at
people,
you.
learn a little bit about them, shine a little light on what they're doing, and by proxy, give you a little slice of original content.
Shit.
And we've been doing it 9 years strong there, season 9er.
I've only been doing it for 4.
I am the Rev, and that's
all right.
JB over there.
What's up?
You sound a little different this week. I think we
I'm all
did
cool.
the flip-flop of voices. How did that happen?
Cool as shit. JB.
I don't know. Dana, I can't wait to come home.
Yeah.
Oh, Dana. Ooh, boy. Okay.
Pervert.
What?
You're such a pervert.
Oh, yeah. That is something JB would say to the Rev.
That's why I love you, baby.
All right. Not to get confusing. We have a
Hey,
hell
this
of a
is
great
my show. Shut up.
Hashtag. Oh, is that what I do?
That's right. Let me take this.
He's
for a
playing
ride.
into the thing.
You
Okay.
piece of shit.
Take it for a ride. You should be over here
right.
doing all the
It's
work.
my show.
Okay.
Shut up.
You're over there doing nothing.
I'm cutting your mic.
Oh, you can't even do that.
I'm cutting your mic.
Okay. All right.
All right, then.
Good job.
What's up?
Well,
Man, it's been a whole week, bro.
there you go. The last week, our War on
Crazy.
Christmas was epic. The week
The
before
studio
that,
was full.
at Maxine's on Shine. So it's been a busy, bustling
Let me take a break.
week here. And we are going to take a break. This is our hashtag signing off session. We got some of you, if you didn't read that entire blog. It is not our final show. It is our final show for 2018. So we thank you for all of your messages. We got a couple of messages. Maybe we'll play those. Of just nothing but hate. And so thank you. People are so glad we're leaving.
That's cool. Me too.
Maybe we'll check that out a little later.
I gotta confess.
We got Johnny Diggs in studio.
We do?
We'll be back
Where's Johnny?
January 8th.
January
We'll be back
8th.
January 8th with a live show.
Yeah, because the Tuesday is the 1st, right?
Tuesday is the 1st, and Tuesday is also Christmas is on a Tuesday.
Right.
So it's like
or is
we
New
just-
Year's Eve or New Year's Day on the 1st? New Year's
Day.
Day. You know, that day, I'm actually just found out today that I'll be DJing at Stonewall, another day party, like we did a couple years ago. So I'm really looking forward to that. Do you know what I just said?
yeah, but is it the BYOV or it's
No,
a day party?
it's a
They're
day
doing
party.
so much out there now.
Yeah. Tommy's kicking ass.
Well, maybe we'll talk about that a little bit later. Do you have a revelation for us later?
Yeah,
You do?
of course,
Okay.
yeah.
So we'll get into a
You gonna post any of the
Reverend's
last 5 that I've done?
revelations? Well, what I started doing now
Uh-huh.
is I'm making a Spotify playlist with them all.
Oh.
I think that's better. Yeah,
Okay.
I'd rather have them all in a playlist.
I kind of like the little,
Anyway.
little side.
I'll have to. I'm going to fix up the website.
Okay.
Anyway, I'll redo
Yeah.
that section. But
In other words,
actually
it's gone.
I actually thought it would be a good show. Maybe we could do a monthly Reverend's Revelation. I would like it as a show where you actually just play the music you like instead of posting it up here every week. We'll
Right.
just do one show.
Yeah.
Anyway, I
Could
thought
do that.
So there we go. So we got Johnny Diggs in studio of Lounge Diggers, and he's got a hell of a great background here in Orlando. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to talk with him, learn with
I
him.
am
Welcome,
too. I
Johnny.
had no idea.
Okay, thank you.
How you doing?
Thank you.
All right. Well, I know we're all screaming. All right.
I'm enjoying the studio.
Yeah.
I see,
Oh, good.
I see you've written a lot of records.
Yeah, that's right. These are all my records on the wall. That's
yeah,
right.
they
None
sure are.
has the Reverend helped me with
None of them.
Not a one of them.
Not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at them.
They were all-
They're like old.
They were all when I was into country. Yeah, like 30 years ago.
Nice.
When I was, and I'm not a vampire. Anyway,
Is that how you met Bubba?
hashtag signing off. I can't talk about how I met Bubba. Anyway,
Why?
signing off edition.
You know, he's speaking of signing off. He signed off of Facebook again.
Okay, I don't know. Let me just finish this intro. Let me make this damn bed.
How'd you meet Bubba?
Okay. Well, through the
Bubbaloo's, really?
Bubbaloo's Barbecue, yeah.
Wow. Which location?
The
Anyway,
three dancing
The
pigs.
only one, yeah.
Leroy. What do you mean the
Leroy,
only one?
The only one that matters.
No. Oh, well, there's one in Kirkland.
Original one. Well,
There's one on,
that's the original one.
There's one in Altamont.
Bubbaloo's.
There's one on University now.
Let me finish.
Or Alafay, I should
You
say.
need to take your medication.
Hey, man, you took some. What'd you take?
Let me finish
Give
this.
me one of what you got.
Let me finish this
That's
opening.
what I want. Hey,
Gee, man.
and that's it. That's the opening.
We got
Thanks, guys. We'll
Johnny,
be back.
Johnny Diggs is in studio.
I appreciate being here, guys. Thanks, and you guys have a good night.
Great
We're
show.
gonna have-
Great show.
That's it. You're
Thanks for
leaving?
being
Okay.
here.
Wow.
Yeah, well, what's over?
We're going to do a local legend session
Intro,
with him
outro.
eventually after we get through all this small talk.
All right, then.
And then we may have a surprise call about 8 o'clock hour. I'm not going to spoil it. We may have
Hey,
one of our original, very first local legend interview call in.
He
So
ain't
we'll
gonna
see.
call.
Yeah, I know. He probably won't. And then
private gig.
after that, a little later, we will, do a little breaking news badly. And
We'll be gone.
close
We'll be
everything
fair
out.
for that.
Probably do a Reverend's Revelation as well in there as well. But we're going to open up the phone lines since we don't have anything. It's 407-906-9328.
Call in.
You can text us at that number. You can text us
can?
or call us. Yeah, I got to post up this link out here. But the Rev, what the hell?
What happened?
Are you doing? All right, where? No, so tell me. No, let's get back into this Tommy Mott stuff.
All right.
What is the gig you're doing? They're doing Sundays.
Well, he's been
like
doing
day
these
party.
Yeah, he did. Last time he did day party was I guess a week or two ago, and it was kick ass.
Okay.
And the first time we
It's
ever
on a
did
Sunday?
one. No. Yeah, actually, that one was on a. No, it was either. I think it was a Saturday. I don't know, but he did one and it was great.
Where?
I didn't go. I was out of town at Stonewall.
Okay.
So, and the first time that we did a day party was at Space Bar 2 years ago, and we brought in 2017, and it was kick ass. We had so
Okay.
much fun. BMF was there, Dave Green was there. I mean, it was just a really cool fucking crowd, and it was a lot of fun. So we're doing another one for January 1st, bringing the 2019.
You know where we used to do day parties a lot?
Where?
The Four Seasons Pool.
Which Four
Is that
Seasons?
in Winter Park?
And not no.
Oh yeah. It's
no,
called
no,
Four
no,
Seasons.
no, the 5 stars.
It's the Harley.
Charlotte. Yeah, the Harley.
The Harley. Yeah. The
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
The Sheridan.
Yeah. Is it
Sheridan
Sheridan now?
5 Points. That's what it's called.
Ah, yes. But back in the day, it was called the Harley.
Yes.
I remember those parties.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't really remember them. I remember going to a few.
Well, they had a place like that I grew up in Daytona Beach. I didn't come to Orlando until like 95.
Oh, so
Never heard of it.
We had to travel to
Daytona what?
We had to travel to the beach to get to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
So we had Beach Orlando.
Oh, Beach Orlando. Oh, I get it. Anyway, so in saying that, we
Very
had
witty.
a place probably down, it was called the Docks, I think. It was probably somewhat similar.
The Cox?
Maybe a little more
What?
country. No, that was your...
Oh, a little more
that was
country.
your-
Country Cox.
A little less cock, a little more country place. Jeez.
Uh-huh.
Man, you're all over the place today.
Yeah, well,
right.
what do you mean today?
Yeah.
The fuck, dude?
Well, right now,
My first time here?
specifically. It's like you're always continuously talking. And now you stop at the worst time. Okay. All right. We can play. Yeah.
So you said
Nobody
Daytona?
says something. Well, it's signing off edition.
Where's that?
Grew up in Daytona. Oh my God, where is Daytona? It's east of here. That's all you
Is that
need.
like near New Smyrna?
Yeah, just east of that.
Just
Well, if it was famous, I would have heard about it. But apparently,
Is that near
it's not
Bermuda?
famous. Can't be famous at all.
Yeah, you go out into the ocean.
What's their catchphrase?
It's a little village under the sea. I think it's I'm a pineapple, live in a pineapple under the sea or something like that. Daytona Beach, you know.
The world's most famous beach?
They have all the races there, drag races.
Yeah, okay.
They're like-
Anyways,
They don't do drag races there. They do,
No,
they
the
do races
no.
in a circle.
We're just talking drags. The girls dressed up, or the boys dressed. Those races.
Oh, those kind of
drag
drag
races. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's the only drag races
That's what
JB goes to.
Yeah,
His masculine.
that's right. That's all the things I go
Linity.
to. That's right.
Yeah.
I got to go there and spray my testosterone all over their faces.
Ew.
Is that what you want me to
That
say?
is gross,
Well,
dude.
you're the one queuing me up for this horrible bit.
Yeah, I'm cute. What? Is this a bit now we're doing?
I
I'm
don't
just-
know. I don't know
telling
what
the
it
people
is.
the truth about you and
Okay.
going to drag shows.
Nope.
Spraying
Nobody-
your testosterone all over their
that's-
faces.
There you go.
That came out
part's
naturally
true.
from you.
That part's true.
All right. Well, what else did you do in
Okay,
Daytona?
well, last week, Bad Santa reamed us a new asshole. So
Yeah,
it
they left
seems
pissed
like
off at you.
Everything is okay. Well, I think it's you, actually.
No, it was
more.
definitely
No, he
you.
told me afterwards. It was definitely you.
Oh, did
Yo,
he?
you had Bad Santa in here?
We had Bad Santa
in the studio with
yeah, that's right.
he had Stevie A. Bear was here, and then
that's right.
Phil, Dave, and then Mark.
The Yelves.
Yeah,
The
Mark
Yelves.
Sunderland
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
Yelves.
I just
Arson.
saw them for the
They were
first
in
time
studio.
at the Iron Cow last.
That's perfect.
No, that was Bad Santa.
And,
We're talking about the Yelves,
Okay.
Oh.
which was another. That was
The Yelves.
the Yelves.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
for real. So it was
No,
Mark Sunderland
There they-
and with the Yelves, and they opened up for Bad Santa at Tangeray's. I wanted to see how that went. But by the way, since this podcast, the Yelves, can you hear this? The Yelves are now going to be performing on stage at the Just Okay Christmas show. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's from the
And
brought to you by
It's from the show.
The news
They're like
junkie
Spawn.
guys,
that's
right?
correct.
Or the whole forward momentum, and I guess that's a good thing. We do,
Of course it is.
We do kind of, you talk about it, you do it. It's a physical requirement. You come in the room, so we appreciate you coming over here, Johnny. And
Absolutely.
we do
Yeah.
this every week, and we try to push the envelope, do things a little bit differently than what other shows are doing out there. It doesn't really matter because we're not really looking, but we've got a lot of live broadcast out at public businesses under our belt. So every summer we do a little summer tour, and we go around to local businesses and we amp them up a little bit. So we've been doing that for a couple of years now, and we'll probably continue that into next year. But this is our season niner.
Sort of a pop-up talk show, if you will.
Yeah, I like that pop-up talk show. Yeah, that's a great way to say it.
Go ahead and try to get that domain name because
Yeah, it's probably you already got it. Oh, I'll be bidding with you in your underwear. Nope, that's not enough. Not enough money. Okay, so I guess at this point, what we should probably do is kind of get queued up for the local legend. No, I said queued up. All right,
Okay,
for the
cue.
local legend session. Let me see. Can I go to any of these? They're probably going to be horrible.
How do you spell Diggs?
Digg?
Z.
Oh, that's what.
Yeah, we'll get into Johnny Diggs here properly. I thought it'd be important, though. Let's see. We kind of announced this was our final show. At the very end of that blog, you should have read the whole
In the lime
blog.
green tiny type.
It was in red.
Okay.
What the hell's that?
Nope.
Calling in
Nope.
drunk?
Get out of that one. See what this
boy.
guy.
Hey,
Yeah.
man, I'm glad y'all are closing down this stupid ass show, man. I'm glad
Right.
y'all are getting off the fucking airwaves, man. Y'all
Okay.
suck. So glad it's your last show.
That sounds like my brother BJ.
God.
Yeah. Okay.
You
That
guys
makes
are
sense.
idiots.
Thanks.
Don't even sound good. I'm so glad
Yeah.
it's over.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Get off his airwaves.
Okay. All right. Well, a couple of messages you can. Oh, hold on. Here's some older ones, not related to.
Hey, buddy, it's Frankie.
Frankie.
Giving you a call.
There you go, Frankie Messina. We'll talk about him real quick. We'll bump to a track. But Frankie Messina has taken over State of the Scene on WPRK. You've seen this, and
This is a
I
show
think that's
that,
a good thing.
Jessica Polly used
Yeah,
to
I
be
think she's still kind of
involved.
slightly connected. But what they're doing with Frankie, because of his background in music, is they're giving him these little spots. So I saw he's doing a dedication, like a 2-hour spot tomorrow. Women artists, women musicians, musicians, and I guess he's going to talk about each, and I think they're going to be local women musicians.
Nice.
So he's going to be focusing on
like
women.
Milka,
Terry Banian,
For
Milka,
Kaylee Baker,
Michelle
The
Beebs.
whole,
Yeah.
the whole,
Betsy
the whole
Ross.
tribe here. Yeah, Betsy Ross, big one. I love her cupcakes. And
Kate Burns.
Kate Moss, Burns.
Oh, wait.
Burns Moss,
With Eugene.
Snowby.
Damn.
Yeah,
We went under on
we just
here.
saw her. Burkus.
Burkus. There you go. Katie Burkus.
Katie Burkus.
Yeah.
You ever
Anyways.
hear of a local band called Sales?
Is it SAILS?
SALES. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, well, they're pretty. They're getting some attention around here. So, I thought we'd bump into a little track from them. It's about a 3-minute song. Do a little bit of original bits, and come back with a proper conversation with Johnny Diggs. So, does that sound good? We'll take a little breather. All right, here, come back. You can call us. The phone lines are open. 407. And again, we take texts on that number. It's 407-906-9328. So if you don't want to call, you're afraid. you can text us, I guess. But we'll have your number. Oh, yeah, I guess that doesn't work out for you, does it? Oh, I guess you don't want us to have your number, I guess. Okay. I don't know. The JB Rev Show. We'll be right back.
Alrighty. So my mama, saw this ad. It was called Center for Drug-Free Living.
Okay.
So we waited out there for we filled out all the paperwork, man. It was some kind of crazy people that we was encountering, like people really sick and shit. And I was like, Mama. And she's like in her head, like, wow, I could feel her thoughts. She's like, drug-free living, like, wow, drugs are free.
Oh.
So we waited like 7 hours. No.
You thought it was free drugs
well, of
for
course.
life. Free drugs for life.
Yeah, man. We were waiting. There was free drugs, right? We get up there, and it is total opposite of what they were saying,
right?
man.
Yeah.
It was like living without drugs. It was horrible. It was horrible. There was no free drugs there.
Okay.
It was like, man, the right to work
just
shit.
wrong. Okay.
It was like the right to work
shit. Totally wrong. Not what you were expecting.
No, man. It's 7 hours trying to get a score.
Wait, but it says free of drugs.
No, it says center.
Life free of drugs.
No.
Living a life free.
They disadvertised themselves.
Okay. Oh.
They said Center for Drug-Free Living.
Okay. Yeah,
okay. That implies to me drugs should be free.
Right. I see what you're...
Okay, because we're broke, and we're like, why not?
You're listening to the JB Rev Show.
Yeah, so we're back. The JB Rev Show. We're gonna get serious now. All that shit before. Just ignore all that.
Just ignore everything before.
Yeah.
Oh, this.
Sorry, we wasted your time with all that shit.
Oh my God. Well,
we can't give you the time back, but we got a great guest in studio with us. Johnny Diggs.
That's right.
What did we create there? What were you going to say?
I created the local legend interview.
There you go.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
No, that was in the very first one was Shannon Burke.
Oh,
ironically.
Okay.
So,
Well, you put me in on the same par with Shannon Burke. You're gonna give me a big head, a big targeted head.
Yeah, big targeted
Just
head.
keep the dog away from him.
Yeah, don't. Okay. Don't make any references. Anyway, but the point of that is I was like, you know what? There's a lot of local people, 20-plus years, that have been busting their ass and don't really get any of the love, you know?
We've never had Johnny on before?
No, we never have. We
That's crazy.
interviewed him at Maxine's.
Yeah.
Right.
And when I did...
I happened to be walking by.
the
You're welcome.
wheels- Thank you. The wheels were spinning. I was like, this guy is awesome. This is a perfect candidate.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very
So,
much.
Thank you. So let's do our proper intro here. So this will be our last local legend interview of 2018, unless we have some more surprises.
Going out with a bang.
We'll see. Bang. Local legend interview, Johnny Diggs, currently known of the Lounge Diggers, has a rich history in Orlando with podcasting and music, and he's a uber talented guy. Excited to have him here in studio, and we're going to start to learn a little bit about him. And thanks so much again, Johnny, for coming in.
Yeah, Johnny.
Appreciate you.
Thank
rock.
you.
Here's our humble title. There is no coin or jacket you get with this, just the theme music. So write it out.
And the bragging privileges
The bragging
as well.
rights. Well,
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I do it for the kids.
Well, 20-plus years in Orlando, given to the community, giving to the scene, contributing in some way, shape, or form. Let's talk about that. 20 years ago, that's quite a while ago, right?
Yeah.
So where are we at? 98? Right?
I mean,
Well,
yeah. I started playing.
how long have you been in Orlando?
My parents moved from. I was born in Philly, and my parents moved
Okay.
to Longwood when I was 11.
Damn.
Or 10 or 11, and so I lived up in Longwood. Went to Rock Lake Middle School. Went to Lake Mary High School,
wow. Okay.
and then traveled around. Went to school, a couple different schools, mostly in Florida, and then ended up coming back here and doing a tech startup back in '95.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's super
sweet.
sharp. Can you share the name of that? What
it was called Intergalactic Research and Development Group.
Really?
IRDG.
Cool name.
IRDG. Well, that's pretty cool. Okay.
Intergalactic Planetary.
You've got some technology skills, obviously, as well.
Yep. Got a little tech
as
background.
music.
Yep.
So peel back the music for us. How did that all start? Was it kind of synonymous
Slide
with
the covers off.
technology? Well, 95. Not everybody even had a phone.
No.
know?
Yeah.
So let alone
But I've been playing, but not professionally. Like
Okay.
kind of doing open mic kind of stuff and talent shows and stuff like
All
that.
right.
And the Red Fox Lounge, which doesn't exist anymore,
Right.
in Winter Park, was part of the Best Western Hotel, Mount Vernon Inn.
That's right across from Houston's.
Well, now called Hillstone.
yeah,
Yeah.
that whole area.
I opened up
is different.
Houston's, actually.
Oh, wow. There you
True
go.
story.
You guys had a piano in there.
Yeah, we did.
So Mark and Lorna, the couple that would play in the Red Fox Lounge, they played 5 nights a week for 20 years straight.
Yeah.
They were like your classic lounge act, if people don't know.
Old school lounge.
It's what Will Ferrell based his skit on, was Mark and Lorna.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a
Cherry
true story.
O'Terry and Will Ferrell, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Cherry O'Terry.
Kind of
Oh, with
the
the-
lounge lizard kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
All
right.
that was based after Mark and Lorna.
Yeah. And so Mark and anyway, every once in a while they wanted to realize that they needed to take a night off, and asked me if I would sit in. And unfortunately, I didn't know. They did a 4-hour set every
my
night.
gosh.
So it was
Yeah.
like 4 45-minute sets, and then they wouldn't really take a break. They would go into the audience and talk to everybody in the audience.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they never really left the stage.
Like got downtime to just not say anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is important.
Like when I get off stage, I'm like, I don't want to
need
talk to anybody. Go away.
Right.
And
Yeah.
and so I realized I didn't have a full. I was like, I could have people to cover 2 hours of material, and so I was talking with my friend Carlos DeSoto at the time, and he's like, well, I got about 2 hours of material, and then we also stuck. But we can, just in case, we had a backup karaoke machine.
Okay.
That had like a big drape over top of it, because Mark he passed in 2012, but He would be rolling in his grave if he knew that we did karaoke in his room. But we didn't know if we could cover the whole. That's a long.
You were like, this is the last ditch effort. If we got to use this thing, we can do it.
Did you ever have to use it?
Yeah. We used it because we knew it was there.
Yeah.
So
you would lean on it.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a crutch. And then over time, Mark decided that he did not want us to do a duo in that room. He wanted to be the only duo.
All right.
So he told me I had to start doing the show solo. But in the meantime, Carlos and I formed the first version of what is now Lounge Diggaz, which is called Los Diggaz. Because Carlos and Johnny Diggs. And the only reason it's called Digaz is because of a misprint in the very first time we played a show outside of the Red Fox.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were playing at the Peacock Room, and Tanya, bless her heart, misspelled the digs.
Oh, it was
Los Diggs.
Los Diggs. I see.
And she misspelled.
She was like, just put an A in there.
She put an A, but that was like the most.
Yeah,
like printed marketing that we'd ever had.
Yeah.
So you got to run with it.
Well, those were like the days of Snoop Dogg, so maybe it was
exactly. And then
social contagion.
We kind of
let's roll with it. Easy.
Let's just roll with it. So and then but I started playing solo with the Red Fox and
what year was that?
98.
98, late 90s.
Damn.
All right.
And
that's right about the time I was at I've seen you a couple times over there and just like would be so shit faced that, actually around that time too, 99, I was managing Midtown Tavern. Do you remember that? Dave's
of course
show?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, before that it was what was the lesbian bar called?
I don't know, but I used to love the Mill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I think Orlando needs another place.
But we're talking was that?
Yeah, that would have been
still open?
Mills. It was probably
that was in the vicinity.
Yeah, that was like the waning
right
days
at the
of the
end.
Mill. Yeah.
Like the Croc Club. Remember the Croc Club? Crocodile Club?
Yeah.
Breakfast Club.
Well, Breakfast Club was on Lee Road, but Croc Club was right there next to the
FBI.
Mill.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fairbanks Inn.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. So
dating ourselves.
But what's the name of the lesbian bar? It was
Faces.
Faces.
Is that right?
No, wait. Faces was another one.
Faces was on Edgewater.
Yeah,
like
but
Skanky
it was.
Anyway,
you know way too much about lesbians
stop
and
it. Stop.
I'm surprised you don't know the name of it. It's going to come to me.
They're my people.
And so I started playing there, and Carlos and I started playing Los Diggaz shows at like Crooked Bayou, and Will's. We were doing some private parties,
too. I mean, you guys were right there, kind of at the apex of where live music was transitioning a little bit.
Yeah, and we were very much into the mashups. Live mashups.
Okay.
We would do comedy bits on stage where like he would
vaudevillian almost.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, we took our inspiration from people who actually were vaudeville type players in Vegas for years. I mean,
on.
They did Mark had a rotating stage. And on one side was Wayne Newton, and the other side was his band.
Wow.
And so every 45 minutes, the stage would just rotate. The music
What's his whole name?
Mark Wayne, Wayne. Yeah, he
singer. Hold on.
Singer. He is a singer. Yes, performer.
I was trying to get the right Mark Wayne.
There's
a lawyer. Is his last name Glassmeyer?
No.
So let him finish the story. That you're like, I mean, I was right into it, and you're all.
I don't even remember what story I was
doing
telling.
Shitty research. Well, how do you spell his last name?
You were saying the stage was turning.
Did he ever go by Glasgow?
Yeah. So Carlos and I would do, silly bits like have him start because basically we were drums and he was primarily a guitar player, but we both did vocals. I played keys. He played drums in this particular version of the band,
right?
But we both would sing. We would do harmonies. We would do try to crack each other up in the middle of the song, or we like have him start playing one song,
Yeah.
like Gin and Juice.
Yeah.
And then I would come in and start playing my way, and
Yeah.
we'd see who could continue.
Who they liked more, or
Yeah, or who could finish the song without getting screwed up.
Were you part of
that's very fun.
the dueling pianos?
I think that's where that leads,
Yeah,
right?
and that's
Howl at the Moon.
Oh.
yeah. So that ended up some of the videos from those bits that we did, which was really kind of like, it was interactive, it was improv, it was music, it was comedy, and then and it was all requests. So we were playing cover tunes, and we would take songs and like play, really slow song really fast, or we'd play like in a reggae style, or you never kind of knew. We would switch up in the middle of the song, and neither of us knew like, oh, where the hell I guess I'm just following.
Yeah, who's got the bridge?
Right, yeah. And sometimes we didn't follow each other.
Yeah.
And
those were the best times.
those were the best times. Until that one time that he took a swing at me.
Oh, did you really?
Oh,
did you
yeah.
guys have fisticuffs going on?
This was that was the final final
no.
show of Low Stig has live in front of an audience in the Crooked Bayou.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
What happened?
That sounds like a good
So it ties in. So I had just started playing at Howl at the Moon, and Carlos and I played a lot of these songs that you play at Howl at the Moon. But at Howl at the Moon, they didn't like me to put our little creative spin on it.
Right.
They wanted us to play it
more commercially.
Right.
Yeah, the one that people
Sing along.
we don't. Yeah, we want to hear the version that people are used to hearing.
Right.
And which is fine. That's their business model, and I was perfectly happy to
Right.
to
And
do
it was a good business model.
Yeah. So Carlos and I used to play "Don't Stop Believin'" by Journey all the time. But
Who?
we would
Never heard of them.
yeah. It's like a.
I think they're a Filipino band.
Yeah,
They are now.
a little indie band out of the Philippines.
Yeah, that's right.
And but we would do it. We would do it very slow, and Carlos would sing it, but he had a very like a bass voice,
Baritone or bass.
bass. Yeah, so he would sing it, but he was singing an octave lower than Steve Perry sings it, right?
Yeah, because he's very.
So let me ask you, when you say lower, like in octaves, just so people that don't know what we're talking about, octaves are like different.
The musical scale.
Yeah,
The range
there you go.
of high to low, high to mid to
Yeah.
low.
So make sure
Yes,
all
so
the
he is a-
all the tards out there can
Yes.
understand.
Oh my god.
Exactly. So he's singing very, very low. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world, and we would always put a little lounge on her.
Yeah. No
whatever.
singing for the Reverend, by the
Yeah,
way.
right.
Stop that.
And so, but when I started playing at Howl at the Moon, they would not let me do that. So I couldn't sing it actually as high
way-
as Steve Perry does. But I could, if I brought it down a few keys, I could
Almost.
sing it. I could
Get
barely
in the
hit
register, yeah.
it. Yeah, and so
Yeah.
we're playing at the Crook, and I had been playing at Howl at the Moon now for maybe 4 or 5 months. And Carlos and I are at the Crooked Bayou playing our old show.
Yeah.
And I start playing the song, but I'm playing it in the key that I normally sing it at Howl at the Moon. Not, just because now it's like just muscle memory, right? Yeah. And he got
On autopilot.
yeah. So he starts trying to sing it, and now it's like 4 notes lower than he's normally. So he's like, just a small town girl. He can't even hit the notes, and so he gets really upset. And at first I thought he was like upset with like just kind of.
There was a girl.
Don't sing
It's like
that.
Crash Test Dummies.
Crash Test Dummies. That's
Yeah.
horrible. Don't do that.
There
was this girl
who
got into an accident away from school. Yeah, that was horrible. And then the Black Crows guy, it was just making up words and shit. Right? Anyway, yeah, like just changing the first letter of a word. Anyway,
was this girl.
it was a weird time in music. Okay, that's a good revamp, though. That was 90s-ish kind of stuff.
Yeah,
It
there it was.
You were okay to be theatrical kind of a thing.
Oh wait,
Exactly.
yeah. You're getting to the climactic part of the story, right?
I haven't got to the punch yet.
Yeah. See,
Literally the punch line.
Ah.
Oh.
Whoa.
Hey.
Yeah, normally JB's over there pushing buttons and has his great sound effect you put with that one there. I'm bringing back sound effects in 2019. For real. Okay, don't touch any more buttons. Let's hear the punchline.
All right, so
punch intended.
So he gets upset. He just stops playing and throws his sticks down, and I'm like, "What are you doing, dude?" Like, and he's like, "You're playing in the wrong key," and I'm like,
"As he's drumming."
Yeah.
Playing in the wrong key,
and he stands up, and now I realize that he's been drinking all day. And probably more than that, and I was at the time, because I just started at Hell at the Moon, I was like completely sober. I was not drinking. I wasn't doing anything.
Right.
And so it takes my times have changed, and so it takes me a moment to realize. Then I see like there's actual fury in his eyes.
Oh no!
Yeah. And I'm like, dude, you need to calm down. And he said, you're being unfucking professional. And I was like, no.
I'm thinking, yeah. And you never want to tell someone to calm down.
Exactly.
That's like, don't tell me to calm down.
Meanwhile, like, my sister, all of my friends, like, know, and it just, it was funny because I recently saw Carlos at Will's, and he was like, he did not remember the story at all.
Oh, really?
Did you refresh his memory?
Oh, yeah. So I'm telling him the story, and then all of a sudden, Mary, one of the bartenders at Will's, comes over, and I'm like, I swear to God, Carlos, this happened. And Mary just sits down in front of us, and she was like, well, I was there, and I can tell you exactly what happened.
Okay, really?
Okay, so you got an eyewitness. Exactly. That's awesome.
So what did Mary say? Because,
basically.
Even without, because there's two sides, so I'm curious as to how Mary did.
So Carlos, he's at his drums, and I've got my keyboard, and we're kind of like at a V almost, right?
Okay.
And so he has to like literally step over his drums to get near me, and he goes to step over his like snare drum and pushes his hi-hat out of the way, which crashes to the floor.
Wow.
And he's a little stumbly at this point, and everyone also is thinking this is a bit that we're doing,
right? Yeah.
But I knew it was not, and so
you saw the fury in his eyes.
You're
like, you need to calm down. What?
It's coming at me.
You fucking okay. You're being very unprofessional right now.
You're being very unprofessional.
So he crashes the.
So he comes over, and then because I was completely stone cold sober, and he was hammered.
Mm-hmm. So you were stoned,
and so he goes to take a swing at me, and because when you're in those two different modes, I'm literally like, it's like the Matrix. Like I just like pushed the bullet out of my way.
Right.
And so he put so much force behind it, he falls.
Of course.
Certain that he's landing this punch.
Oh my God!
That punch that floor so good.
And so I step away, and then at that point, some of my friends or audience members knew this
wasn't a bit.
Doesn't look like a bit. Doesn't look like the fighting.
So
I walk back. He's like, at this point, he's like spitting like venom. He kicks over my keyboard, which you never do.
Wow, no.
Yeah.
So he kicked the keyboard over.
He kicked the keyboard over.
Okay.
And so I walked into the back and like went into the back cooler where we used to smoke weed and just kind of
thought you were stoned.
Literally chilled.
Literally chilled out. Yeah, because you do got to cool down. And anger is something like that we're all capable of,
doctor.
but we're also all capable of controlling it. So I like that. No, because I've been trying to work on that lately. Not get angry. Go ahead, back to you.
Yeah. Okay. How about not getting interrupting?
Interrupting's okay as long as you don't get angry.
Listen,
anger.
This might not be a bit either.
Oh yeah.
You might start to see the fury in my eyes here, JB.
Silly.
So back to is that how Mary explained the story?
Yeah. Mary pretty much remembered it exactly the same way.
Okay.
And so
Carlos,
yeah.
He was like
so yeah, at the time that was the end of the band, and we never performed together until after Mark Wayne passed.
Okay.
And his
a lot of history.
Yeah, and his wife asked and she wanted to sing a few songs.
Oh, wow.
She wanted us to back her. Lorna. Yeah.
Awesome.
And so it was kind of hard to say no to that. So
Right.
Carlos and I have since. I wouldn't say we didn't form the band again,
Right.
but we've played a couple
back
times.
together.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
We
And
played
so
for
now-
the.
He's chilled out a lot in the
Is he
last
in
10 years.
Lounge Diggers now?
He is not. No,
Oh, okay.
no. But
So we'll
It's not
talk
that
about
cool.
that. Then we'll
Yeah.
get to that down the line. Then we'll go kind of flower more of your current rendition of Lounge Diggers. But that was a great, insightful story.
It was. Sorry it took so long with all the interruptions.
No, so through that,
No,
though,
yeah, I know.
I mean, we kind of moved through a lot of time, but that was really important that you
is
said
that what
that.
you were doing?
Well, no, we moved through a lot of time, and I want to make sure we cover everything because
Okay. Well, we got a lot to cover.
The dueling pianos, the
Right.
blazing thing, that whole scene.
Howl at the Moon.
Howl at the
Correct-
Moon,
correction.
correct.
Which was on
Sorry.
Church Street, right?
It was on Church
but it
Street. Now it's
started-
on International Drive next to Bahama Breeze.
Oh, there's still one going out now?
Yep. That was actually the one that I played at.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
I drive.
okay.
So, but that whole thing was kind of just Orlando was growing in.
Yeah, the one on
what
Church Street was. I mean, I went there.
entertainment was that wasn't Disney. It was kind of just budding.
And I loved going there and listening to the piano players. And I remember thinking to myself because I was an amateur piano player.
Right.
Oh,
And I remember thinking to myself, I was like, I could never do what those guys do.
yeah.
And
And then I did it for 6 years.
And then you're doing it.
Wow. I mean, obviously, the more you do it, the better you get.
Hopefully.
Do you feel like? I mean, is that what the instrument you play the most is keys?
Yeah. And
All right.
and I sing. Yeah.
Nice.
So was that something? So you kind of just fell into that a little bit, right? I mean,
I
was music
did.
a part of your youth? I
Well,
guess we never really.
Yeah, I mean, I took piano lessons.
Okay.
Middle school, I was a drummer. Convinced my mom that piano was a percussion instrument.
That's funny.
and
Okay.
and so I played drums through high school, a little bit of college. But I always went back to I loved playing. I loved being the center of attention at a party. If there's like anytime I would walk into a party and there was a piano, I'll be playing that in about 2 hours.
I will be fingering your keys
Yes.
very soon.
And so, and early on, I only knew about 10, 15 songs, you know, like Piano Man and, the big ones, right?
Yeah.
But then after at Howl at the Moon, like I was learning 3 new songs a week.
Yeah.
And, and we couldn't use an iPad or anything. You had to know it.
Yeah, wow.
If someone,
You're right.
And if someone caught you using a cheat sheet, like to remember some lyrics,
Oh, really?
They would just walk up and grab it and put it in their pocket and walk
Wow.
away.
Really?
in
Why
the,
would
in
they
the
do
middle
that?
of the song?
When you say they,
other players,
other players,
yes,
would Sabbath
What?
would be
Why
like,
would they
oh,
do
you
that?
really need that? Because they're like a note taking off your training wheels. Like, fuck you.
exactly.
This is
Or
for
they
real.
would just walk by
Yeah,
and
this is
just
for
tap
real.
your microphone, and so it spun away from you, and you had to like continue the song and grab the mic back, or like as they're getting
Yeah,
off.
like hazing.
If they're getting off the piano in front of you, they'll like hit the transpose button way down.
What the fuck, man?
It
Well,
it
it's
makes
like
you learn on your
hazing,
feet.
yeah, it
Yeah.
keeps you on your toes. That's for
Yeah.
true. That's for real. I agree
That's-
with that.
that's
Talking
the
with
truth.
Johnny Diggs again, Lounge Diggers, playing at Maxine's coming up here soon.
Diggaz.
And we'll get a little bit more into them. And the other thing I was interested too was you had mentioned the software company. So kind of
Yeah.
this
Intergalactic.
was all this activity while they're doing the piano concurrent with your startup tech company.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I was doing both
Wow,
at the same time.
Renaissance man.
I know.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
so that's
And I also produced a movie in the middle of that too. I have no idea how I had all this.
produced. And when you produced it,
I didn't know about that.
what were your duties?
What were my duties? I helped put the money together, helped write the script, helped pay for shit.
Basically, money. You're the money guy.
Well, money, and you kind of true up what everybody's working on, right? You
it's kind of a firefighter
glue
role.
it all together.
Yeah, it's almost like a firefighter role.
Almost like a firefighter. That's
yeah,
better. Way
I
to
mean,
say it.
that I would not compare myself to a man running into a burning building, but sometimes it felt like that.
Yeah. So what about this movie then?
Well, yeah, we're talking to Johnny Dix, who just recently, you just turned 73 years old last week, right?
Yes.
I mean, all these projects you've been doing.
Wow.
I mean, it's like a lifetime.
It was called the Karaoke King.
Okay.
And it's a comedy about karaoke. You can see. You can find us on IMDb. I'm working on getting a streaming service to pick us up. We don't have. We only,
that's smart.
Yeah.
The Karaoke King. There it is right there. 2007 indie film.
Yep.
Hold on. Wow. Wow. Yeah. All right, let's see. Wikipedia this. Hold on. The Karaoke King is a 2007 comedy film directed by Dan Mackler and J.J. Ruskella. Rusella. Yeah. Okay. The film is that's a soft C. Not a hard C. The film is loosely based on William Shakespeare's play Julius Caesar. That's interesting. Wow.
Yeah. So it's
very loosely.
It's very loosely.
Seriously, stab me in the back, Brutus. Oh my God, Brutus. What are you doing behind me, Brutus? Oh my God.
Yeah. So it's a comedy musical. Comedy musical.
Wow, that's
romance.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So people can go, but you're saying you need to just get it.
Can I see this on YouTube right now?
No, you can see the trailer.
Is it?
Hey, wait. Where can I see this right now?
You can't really unless you come over, unless I hand you a DVD. And now,
wow.
For those who don't know what DVDs are, kids.
Yeah. What
is that? This is a kind of something that you record material.
What are DVDs? Blu-ray is acceptable.
So why? Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you have a version of it like on YouTube? Just to get it out there.
Wow, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
I mean, seriously.
Well, there's some music rights issues.
Okay, is it? But
But you're not going to monetize it,
right? But YouTube has,
Well, if you don't monetize it, you don't have to worry about that though. And to get it out there,
they'll show the ads. Yeah. I mean, we talked about it. I just got to get permission from everybody.
I think you should do that.
Yeah, dude.
It looks cool.
It does. It sounds cool.
Yeah.
Maybe you should. Have you thought about when's the last
we
time
shot it all here in Orlando?
Well, when's the last time you did a screening of it?
We did a screen. We did a 10-year anniversary screening last summer.
Okay.
So
how'd that come out? Where'd you do that?
We did it down at
there's another movie.
AMC at Universal.
There's another movie that came out after that.
Wow.
In 15.
Google that right now.
Same thing. Karaoke King.
Really?
Yeah.
And
Michael, a.k.a. Karaoke King, is finishing up his tour of New York's most depressing venues.
Well, we're going to have to sue the hell out of those guys.
Well, there you go. We just got a lawsuit. We just
all right. Hey! Breaking news badly right there.
Trumpy just got his wings. Ooh, capitalism in effect. The JB Rev Show. Again, we appreciate you joining us. Do not call us at the number, because I just shut it down, but we got that text.
Finally,
thank you. So there we go. But keep the focus here, because I think where we're at is a pivotal point.
All right. So you asked about the technology. So I did throw that, but in the middle there, we did a movie. I had a software company. I started in '95 with a couple buddies of mine. Intergalactic Research and Development Group.
So dope.
Right.
I love it.
We made IRGP.
IRGD.
IRGD.
And so we had a product called iPost, and back in '95, you would sign up. It was a little I Big P. They stole that from us too, by the way.
Snap.
Wow.
Calling you out.
iPost. And so iPost combined voicemail, faxing. Remember faxing?
Yeah.
Pager messages. And your email address all in one universal inbox. And you could call up.
So you're a millionaire.
Yeah.
Is that what you're telling us?
I was at the time.
Oh, okay. Wow. Really?
Were you?
And then I made a movie.
Oh, that's right. And he made a movie.
You're saying he invented the cell phone before the cell phone, basically, and then made a movie. You guy's a fucking millionaire. Okay, come on. Jeez, get to the. Anyway, all right. Well, damn.
And then
that's interesting.
Yeah, and so we ended up selling that company, and then started another one called Voxeo.
Okay, Voxeo.
Voxeo, Voxeo.
Is that a VoIP kind of service?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my god, I've heard of that.
It's
wow.
Yeah, we so Voxeo is basically a way to make applications or the phone. So, like automated. When anytime you're talking to or you call into your bank and you're not talking to a real person,
right?
We're responsible
That's
for
Fox
that.
AM.
Yeah.
Oh snap!
Wow. Thanks, asshole.
Steve Jobs.
I mean, no thanks.
We have Bill Gates on the show. Didn't know.
I have to clarify.
We thought he was just in a lounge band.
We don't we don't design the user interfaces. Okay. That's up to the individual company.
Right.
So the ones that we always encourage everyone that if you say operator, get me a damn live person.
Yeah, I'd rather talk to a robot than. Hello, my name is Christopher. How may I help you, please?
Hello, this is
Hello.
Abraham Lincoln here. How can I help you today?
My name is George Washington.
Yeah, no, you gotta love
And
that.
how can I help you, please?
I would like it. I think
I
it'd
am
be
here
funny
in sunny Florida.
if they would
I
answer
am
the phone
Brendan.
like robots. Thank you for calling. This is.
Do you ever
a
find
real
yourself
person.
speaking to one of those things, like using more of a robotic voice so it understands you, like 8006?
You
5.
acquiesce to their vernacular. Yeah, you're like, oh, okay.
This is how we're going to
We're
talk.
gonna have to do it. 2 egg McMuffins. Right, anyway, like at the drive-through.
Yeah, and out of
Yeah,
that,
we got that.
Egg McMuffins at the drive-through.
out of that came a company called Tropo. And
Tropo?
Tropo, as in
That sounds like a pharmaceutical.
yeah,
Tropo.
Tropo. Tropo is short
Tropical.
for troposphere, which is the it's the area of the atmosphere where the clouds
Around the
live.
taint.
Yes,
Right around that area.
and it was a cloud-based
Brilliant.
thing. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
You came up with that too? And they
Yeah, I invented all of that. No,
No, you worked with
I
people.
worked with
you worked with great people.
very, very talented and smart people. And
Yeah, it's awesome you were a part of all that, though.
yeah,
I mean,
and then we got bought by Cisco, and then I worked for Cisco for a couple of years. And
damn.
Cisco, the food delivering?
No, Cisco the
no, Cisco the musician.
Not the software.
Oh,
yeah.
Cisco, man.
Yeah, that he
Thong
was
song?
doing dumps like a truck.
Dong, 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 dong.
Dong, 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 dong. That's awesome. Dude. You were working with some smart people.
Yeah, they were very
I mean,
smart.
the thong song doesn't get much smarter than that.
No, especially when you're wiping your ass with some Cisco toilet paper.
Yeah.
Cricket.
Talking with Johnny Diggs.
Well, that's what they do, right? The other Cisco?
Yeah,
They
well-
deliver like toilet paper and restaurant
I think
supplies.
you're
No,
right.
they-
it's like
they
food.
actually deliver
it's like
food.
MBM,
Oh, is it food?
MBM.
It's actually all the food that we eat in any of the restaurants is all Cisco.
It's all Cisco.
Yeah,
Okay.
from Subway all the way up to like Capitol.
Who am I thinking of that
Grill.
does the toilet paper and the...
That's Cisco as well.
Okay.
Cisco Light. I think
They,
it's
yeah, but they also
Cisco
do
Dr-
all the food, which a lot of people don't realize that, like, you're going to, different steakhouses. It's all the same steaks that's coming all from the same company. It's
And your toilet
crazy,
paper,
like
too.
how monopolized
It's all
our
cloud-based
food
toilet
It's all
paper.
really is.
Cloud-based food,
Yes.
cloud-based toilet paper.
This is why, Cisco is such a big company because they acquire all these different things.
I like how we totally
Indeed.
derailed, but I will say that is super interesting, man.
That's what we do.
Because I love to find out little stuff like that because that is what we do. We try to sit in the
derail.
room, be honest, and So I appreciate you sharing that.
Bring the real shit
that little
out.
nugget. So let's kind of transition over to the Lounge Diggers.
Yeah.
Because you guys got some live gigs. Oh, should we pop away? I don't know. All right. What do you think?
Park
Want?
up,
Are you good?
Need a little break.
Let's
I'm
good.
good.
I just don't want a
I've
phone
got-
call to randomly come in.
I got no deadline.
Okay.
So
So
Well, we didn't ask you how long you could be here. We asked if you're ready for a break.
yeah, I'm absolutely ready for a break.
Oh, you
Ah,
are?
okay.
Well, we got a little track here we can
There
jump
we
into.
go.
A couple minutes. Ickery, baby.
Yeah.
Enjoy this. Put your safety belts on.
It's the JB Rev Show.
Fight with a knife between my teeth. Fight to the death, fight to the death. Fight with a knife lodged in my chest. Fight with my fists, fight with my feet. Fight with a knife between my teeth. Fight to the death, fight to the death. Fight with a knife lodged in my chest. Fight with my fists, fight with my feet. Fight with a knife between my teeth. Fight to the death, fight to the death. Fight with a knife lodged in my chest. Fight with my fists, fight with my feet. Fight with a knife between my teeth. Fight to the death, fight to the death. Fight with a knife lodged in my chest. Look into my eyes when you speak to me. I pull
But I did find something out, man. I kind of, being in that Center for Drug-Free Living, I met all kinds of people.
Okay.
And one of these things is like a business I think my mama should start out, and it's called Duber. Because you heard of Uber, right? Uber is like this car rental place where if you're too drunk, you call Uber. They come pick you up. You're safe.
Yeah.
Well, there's this new drug thing, man. It's called Duber, and it's like you rent your car
What is
out.
that?
You take your car. You give the keys to
You have a car. You have to have a car.
You have to have a car, man.
You have to have a car to give for what?
Yeah, even a motorcycle will do.
Okay.
Any kind of moving vehicle.
Any Duber.
Any
called.
Duber. It's
Duber.com.
called Duber.
Okay.
Yeah,
Duber.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
And they do not do any background checks.
No background checks, no.
No
Okay.
drug testing,
Of course
nothing.
not. No.
Of course, because that would
What
kinda,
does it do? Because it sounds dubious.
Well,
Duber
it's Duber.
sounds dubious.
It's Duber, man.
What
it's
does it do?
dubious. Well, you give your keys to the drug dealers, right? And then you give them your car, and then they rent your car out for a whole day from you, man, like maybe 8-10 hours. And how they pay you is with the drug. What? They pay you with the drug of your choice, like crack, heroin, cocaine, marijuana. And it's just a way to keep it clean, keep it off the streets, except for your car. But the only downside to Duber is not getting your car back.
Right.
You're listening to the JB Rev Show. Oh, some people are into that.
Yeah.
I know there's a website.
Or into that. No, there's a website. Okay. Thank you. The JB Rev Show. That was a nice little healthy break. We got to talk in studio here, but we appreciate you hanging with us. Hobble of you
nice
there.
to be back.
It's always great to be live and doing what we do to make sure we're talking with talented people. And
This is the second part of our show.
This is the in studio this week, though. It's Johnny Diggs, and the fact that we kind of get a part 2 on a local legend episode because I want to concentrate a little bit more on lounge diggers.
Yeah,
because outside of that, I think music is important.
Mm-hmm.
I know the Reverend. I know you.
Yeah, man. You do know me.
You're highly impacted by music, and I'm the same way.
Sure. Yeah.
I was like, I need to listen to like a soft, beautiful woman's voice sometimes just to calm down.
Yeah.
Like just to, it helps me reset.
You need
a
woman's voice right now, don't you? You're over there sweating.
No, I don't need that.
Fucking
right now.
twerking
I
and
don't
tweaking.
Need that. No,
you're over there tweaking,
okay.
man.
No,
people
come
can
on.
see you.
No,
like
we're not doing that.
Doing like a seizure, like you're epileptic.
We're not doing that. Okay, wow.
I'm glad that now I can
You're
understand
really taking me off
why you
course.
don't do audio anymore or video anymore.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to see you over there jerking and
Because
you gonna be okay?
I
You
take
got a
bad
defibrillator in
pictures,
here?
I guess I do.
Where's the
I take
defibrillator?
horrible pictures. Anyway.
Yeah. I'm just making sure you're
It's
okay.
all about
The
lighting.
Reverend, I'm all off track now. I forgot
Hey,
what
that's
I was
what I
talking
do.
about.
I derail.
Yeah, you're the fucking ditch.
I'm the derailer.
You're the ditch.
I'll make this shit
Not
real.
the derailer. No.
The derailer.
Be a good supervillain name. The derailer.
damn
like
right.
whatever.
Jersey Shore.
Whatever track you're on,
Boom.
Pauly D.
push you the fuck off
Fucking
that shit.
shoes in the dryer.
That's right. Yeah, right. Shoes in the
I'm
dryer.
gonna throw your shoes over the telephone.
So what were you talking
line.
about? No, that's something completely different.
Yeah, what does that mean?
That means
I'm
that you can get
DTF.
drugs on that corner.
I'm DTF.
That's what it means.
Okay, is that what it means?
Yeah.
Seriously,
my
yeah.
shoes are down to fuck. It's hanging up there. Just go ahead and do it. Johnny Diggs in studio. The importance.
Yeah, we got
the
Johnny
importance
Diggs.
of music.
Not for long. I hope he doesn't run out of here like Bad Santa did.
Importance
Christian Kelty.
of music.
He was
the
pissed.
Importance of music. Yeah. I want to
Man.
wash that away. I don't like people yelling near me. I just don't like that.
What did, is
Wait,
that
what
he
did, what did he do? Hang on
No,
a
he
second.
just
Oh,
was
dude.
really upset, and I just
He
don't-
was. He said that,
That's
you
one of
know,
my-
this
that's
is all
one of my triggers.
scam.
Okay.
Like,
Yell it.
and what's so funny, Johnny, is yeah, I need one of those too. Is that I knew all along he was sitting over there that it was the bit, and he didn't at all, and he was like totally going for it, and was just like, oh my god, and I was just like, when I went downstairs to say, oh my god, Christian, that was so good. He's like, great, and I'm like, you know, the best thing about it, and he's like, what? And I was like, JB thinks it was real. He's like, no, he didn't. Tell me he didn't. I'm like, yes, he did.
Got caught up
he didn't know it was a bit.
And
he was like, oh my God, I got to go right back up there.
And here comes violence, and I don't like it. And it just went into this like soccer mom mode. I
Yeah,
don't know. It was weird.
So funny. It was so good. So
Like,
good.
Are you for real with this? Anyway, but he's a great actor, apparently.
Yeah, well, of course.
Bad Santa, of course. All right. Well,
I went up and worked
we
on-
still love you.
I went up and worked on his show in New York.
Okay.
Overheard
wow.
at Joe's.
Joe's?
Yeah.
You
Overheard
did
it.
really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mhm.
Okay. What'd you do? Did you play music?
I was a musical guest.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, and
didn't
I
know
was
that.
responsible for him coming down to Iron Cow.
Dude, I'm so glad
Okay.
you're here, man, because it's almost like
That's awesome.
I maybe have peripherally seen you for a long time, and now it's
Right,
just like
that's
I'm
the thing,
connecting.
too.
Yeah, I'm connecting all this stuff with you because you are really like this figure that you'll like fit in all these cool locations. And,
Right.
like,
So-
unobtrusive. You don't notice him, but he's actually highly pivotal. What?
Right. So I got
Did
a
you
question.
just call me pivotal?
Yeah, I did because he waved at me. I also called you intrepid.
Hey.
He's intrepid, little baby. The Reverend is upset.
I'm not upset, dude. I'm just like waiting for you to stop so I can ask a question. I was think I'm
Well,
didn't
I
even
think
think I was
it's my
gonna,
body language is throwing you off. I'm not I'm not stopping you from saying what you want.
You're not. You definitely are not stopping me from doing anything. That's all good, buddy. So, but
He doesn't like violence in the studio. I'm just saying.
I do
yeah.
not.
So, remember the bit we're going to work out. Remember what we talked about earlier,
Especially
right?
during a
Dude,
War
this-
on Christmas episode. How
Yeah.
dare you be violent? Anyway,
There'll be no.
yeah.
I'll
It's all
protect
about
you.
contradiction. People thought this was our last episode, and it's not.
It is not.
Oh, it's
Just
just
the
the way you
last
worded it.
episode of this. I know. I intentionally did that. So we want to get
Did
your
you
attention.
really?
Yeah, of
That
course
was-
I did.
You sure you didn't make a mistake?
Yeah, I intentionally
Okay.
didn't make a mistake. This is our last episode. At the end, I was going to announce it, but now that you called me out, I'm not going to. So we're going to go on.
We are.
We're going to go with the lie.
And what's really going to be great is where this is going to continue, because with this Mars OG, that is I don't know if you've read the news lately, but the circle, the Mars thing and the rover,
Oh, yeah.
which the Mars OG is it's really going to hit you sooner than you think, and then it's going to be part 2 of the show that you were saying.
Yeah.
So, and when that happens, I'm going to sit back and just be like,
Speaking of the,
Yeah.
did you see
I need-
Elon Musk's Tesla just passed Mars?
No.
yeah, it's all bullshit. You know that, right?
I saw it go up.
Yeah.
So-
You saw it go over,
Let's talk about the.
Well,
but it
did
never
you-
went into.
Well, it's because the Earth's flat. So
Yeah.
That's
there
right.
you go.
You do. So you are an Earth
Yeah,
flatter.
yeah, of
Okay.
course.
Earth flatter.
You are you really though?
You are not a flat earther. Don't tell me that, Johnny.
I'm producing a reality
I am.
television series where we're going to put a group of flat earthers on a boat and have them go find the ends of the Earth.
Well, it's Antarctica. That's where it.
That's where it cuts off.
Yeah, and it's the whole flat Earth is surrounded by ice. So
And
wherever
that's
you
where
go,
Wonder Woman's.
there's no,
island
and that's
is.
why. Why do you think?
And Wakanda.
Well, let me ask you something. And this is why is the Antarctica right? Why is it never been inhabited by anybody, and like no country can claim it to their own, and that's the only treaty that's been signed by all the countries in the world, and to be
fucked up
inhabited.
over there, that's
What's going on with that?
Yeah, well,
It's uninhabitable. That's
actually,
what's going on. with that.
that's where Jim Carrey
Good
lives.
question.
All right, so
The Truman Show.
no
Because
answers.
they all are in accordance that
That's
it's
where-
uninhabitable.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
uninhabitable.
there's
say.
like
But-
a science station there.
But okay, yeah. Don't you understand the rich minerals and resources that are there that countries could claim to be their own and supply their
Trumpy.
country with that?
Think about all that fresh water.
Seriously. In any event. So, I don't mean to bring your show down here, JB, but
Climate change is real.
yeah, no, it's not. It's never happened. Climate, there's There's not even a climate.
There is no such thing
So
as a
how could
climate.
how could it
I
change?
just think you're trying to sound serious, but you're just fucking with us.
Yeah, of course I'm
That's
fucking
what
with you.
I watched a
Jesus
Dennis
Christ.
Miller special from 2014. Don't fuck with me.
Did you? Dennis
Yeah,
Miller?
no, I just watched
Whatever
it.
happened to that guy?
It was great. I don't know. I like him.
I'm
He was
thinking-
just on something.
He
What did I
was,
see? The Norm Macdonald show, maybe?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh man, you want to talk about a good podcast? That motherfucker is
McDonald?
Norm Macdonald.
I love him.
He's my absolute favorite comic genius.
Oh, really?
ever.
I didn't know that. I thought you liked Tushy Bag, the roller skate gay guy on the cop
Nick
show.
Swartzen.
Yeah.
I do like him, but he's
Okay.
not my absolute favorite.
Oh, well, I don't know that. Okay. I just learned I was not his best friend the other week.
Oh, well.
You're definitely not my best friend.
Yeah, so now
there's no doubt, and he's very. He brings
Johnny
it up,
Diggs.
you
is
didn't even-
brings it up
before your
every
best
week.
friend,
You
right?
didn't even know he worked on a YouTube thing for
Dude,
the social.
I had no idea you used to fucking duel it out on pianos. You know, and how long have I known you? I mean, do you even know where we
Well,
met?
that's kind of the point of
I couldn't tell
why
you.
we do this. Do
Yeah, I
you
could-
remember when you met him?
No, I have
that's
no
what- I
idea.
don't
You
either,
just existed.
But I think I
Yes.
met him a long time ago.
But we've been in the same circles of the same people for fucking 20 plus years.
Yeah.
You know, and you've always been recognizable.
Yeah.
I would say, hey.
We've been Facebook friends for.
Do you remember there was a club?
I think we were
out
MySpace friends.
at
We were
Universal
on Friendster.
There
We
was
were
a-
on Friendster together.
A club out at Universal, and it was real trendy.
Whatever.
Do you
dude.
remember what I'm
Club.
talking about?
Yeah, it's
A
still
tr-
there.
The Groove.
What is it called?
The Groove. It's
Oh,
still
is
there,
it still
dude.
there? I
Yes.
haven't been there in so long, but at the time when that opened,
I
that
hosted
was
my high school reunion there.
what? Are you serious?
We hijacked my high
Back
school
in-
reunion
wait.
from the official
Okay.
the official group.
You brought your time machine
Yeah.
to do that because
We had
you originally graduated in the 60s, didn't you?
Hey,
Hey.
we had John Barry spin.
Abraham Lincoln.
John Barry,
John Barry was the DJ because he went to high school with us.
Lake Mary High School.
Yep.
Damn.
Class
Oh
of
my
1989.
That's cool. Oh,
What was
snap.
it? 80?
89.
89.
Yeah, I'm 90.
Holy
Anyway.
shit. Did you know Coach Isley?
That's crazy,
Of course,
dude.
the Isley brothers.
Coach Isley.
So, no.
Yeah, no, I know. Of course, I know Coach Isley.
Well, I never went to Lake Mary, but
Oh.
Coach Isley was actually. This is a true story. I stole a bottle of MD 2020, and I had run away from home. I was
Mad
about
dog.
14 years old.
Mad dog.
Yeah, and I got so drunk, and I was Bill Isley, Coach Isley,
Yep.
who I never went to Lake Mary. Found me trying to get out of a sand trap. I was so drunk, and he took me into his home, and I was thrown up all over the place. And he knew my parents, and called my parents, and
Oh, jeez.
I ended up living with Coach Isley for like the next month.
Oh, is that kind of relationship?
What?
No.
Sounds weird.
No, dude. No, my God, no, not at all.
Yeah, is this
No.
a Me Too
No.
moment? All right.
No, he's an awesome guy. He's never.
No,
like,
you're right. Absolutely.
dude. And I would say,
he was
oh
the-
my God, I was,
He was the cool dean. If you got sent up to
Yeah,
the
you
office,
wanted to
you
go-
wanted Isley.
go to him.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, he was the dean too.
He was like an assistant dean
All
kind
right.
of guy.
Here's another Lake Mary High School. Do you know Terry Pattishaw?
I was in Terry Pattishaw's marching band for
Wow,
4
you guys
years.
are
Okay, wait.
dropping
Check this
names
out. Wait.
there.
Hold on,
Okay.
JB.
Okay, you're making a connection.
JB.
Yo.
I'm going to ask you to turn your mic down for a minute.
Oh my
Ser-
God.
yeah. For
Go
real.
ahead. Go
Stop
ahead.
interrupting.
Stop pointing. Stop
Don't
pointing.
interrupt this shit.
No violence.
All right.
There's nothing against you.
Dude, shut
Just
up.
keep talking. Your
I'm
lack
gonna point.
of keeping talking is holding you up.
Okay, so check this out.
Yes, I know Terry Pattishaw.
Okay, I knew as well. So, you know, when you're in elementary school and you take that field trip to junior high school, and
Sure.
they take you around, they show you the gymnasium,
Sure.
which you didn't have in elementary, and they show you the band room. I remember going into the band room, right, and seeing the whole, you know how the lineup of the band goes. The first row is the flutes with all the girls, right?
Yep.
And then the woodwinds,
With all
and then the
girls.
brass.
There are some boy flute players.
I was a boy flute player, and that's where I'm going at
All
with
right.
this. All right, I see all these girls sitting in the front row, and I'm like,
I want to be with them.
that's exactly what happened. So I not
kinda brilliant.
only was Terry Pattishaw my band director in junior high school at Jackson Heights Middle School, but I went up to first string flute player, and I was ahead of all the
first
girls.
chair.
First chair. Yeah, truth. This
It's
is
not
all true.
It's not a string instrument, you know, the flute.
Yeah, I know that, of course.
Skin flute.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, and that's what I had to deal with all this, you know, growing up playing the flute as well. I remember beating up this guy with my fucking flute.
You beat up
Yeah,
the guy with
yeah,
Smack
with
you
my
with my
with the flute
flute, you
case.
little-
With the flute case,
Oh,
he
with
was
the
like,
Smack you with my
it was in the
flute
case. JB, So, and this guy came at me and he was like, fucking little faggot, fucking you asshole. And I fucking, what? And I hit him right in the face with the flute case. And I was like, don't you ever call me a faggot. I play flute to be with the chicks. Fuck you and blah, blah, blah. And never did anyone ever mess with me again after that. But what I'm getting at is Terry Pattishaw. She was my band director. And I went up to, and you know how hard it is to get the first chair with Terry, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I earned that shit, right?
Is Terry
so I was
a man or a
badass.
woman?
She's a woman.
Terry is a woman.
She's a woman.
But she looks like Tom Baker from Doctor Who.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she also liked, she went to high school with my father and wanted to date my dad. And they never dated or anything.
What
But
is this?
yeah, that's, yeah. And then Coach Isley. And I never went to Lake Mary. So
You talk to your dad about somebody you went to high school with.
So JB, this
That
kind
is
of
crazy.
This kind of talks about like where did we ever meet? Who knows? But we have this rich like history together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And all these names, so it's crazy, and that's why.
It's funny that I ran into some guy that like it was a similar situation. It was like we started naming out people, everyone that we know.
Right.
And I'm like, well, let's become Facebook friends and make this official because that's how you validate friendships now.
No,
yeah, that's right.
And and so I look at and I'm like, oh, of course we only have 193 common friends. It's like
only 200
Right.
people would connect us.
How do I?
This
how,
must be
how
a
have we
scam.
never met before?
It's funny you say that because I mean there's some of my friends that I have five. It is like it's crazy the way it,
No, and we were talking.
6
We were talking
degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, we were talking
whatever,
earlier
right?
about IRDG, my first startup.
Right.
Right around the corner, we had an office in Winter Park, and right around the corner was a little gift shop called Kathmandu.
Oh yeah, Gary Swartz.
Oh, wow.
And I used
There you go.
to go in
Boom.
there and like
I love Gary.
Oh, do you remember Zahn?
on Christmas Eve, I would go in on Christmas Eve and be like, Gary, I need
Help me.
I need a present for my
need gifts.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
yeah.
And-
That's brilliant.
And he would set me up.
Yeah,
And,
he can
make
still do that
make you look like a
today.
hero.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
And
Like,
he
I
can
mean,
still
yeah,
do that today.
yeah, dude.
There you
See
go.
this bracelet?
There
Yeah.
you go.
Been on my wrist for 12 years now.
Yeah.
That's why
I've never taken off.
Well, we should add Kathmandu.
Yeah.
I didn't even think
Kathmandu.
about that.
Yeah, Gary-
we got Dank and
Dank and
Kush.
Kathmandu.
And,
Yeah, the Gary and I go to Burning Man together every year.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's
That's-
you with the
Piano bar.
wow. Holy shit.
Go figure that I would have a mobile dueling piano bar.
Is there a picture of you on the internet? We'll post it up on the monitor.
Dude, I've seen the videos.
If you just do hashtag Playa Piano Bar, PLAYA
So
Piano Bar.
let me ask you this. At this point in my life, I don't think I could do a Burning Man. I feel like I'm too old. I'm not used to it like you
Gary's
are.
older than you.
Well, I know, but still, I mean, it's too much. It's sensory
It's just too much.
overload.
How do you
It's
know
like-
that? How do you know that?
Because it's too much. It's changed. How much has it changed since when you first started going? Seriously.
Yeah, that middle one there.
Oh yeah, I saw the
Yeah.
you constructing that.
Yeah, so
I didn't realize this was
we
all
built that.
you.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's me cleaning the keyboards.
So I've seen all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. So maybe what should I do? Post this link out on our Facebook page?
Sure, if you
Nice
want.
copy.
Yeah,
There you
man.
go. So this is what we're talking about.
So
That's our section.
I didn't actually realize that was all you, and that's
Yeah.
and I
Right.
remember watching and wow, I'm kind of stupid when I'm
Blew your mind, man.
yeah, dude.
No, but
you really
Gary. Well, I've been going since 2012.
okay. So
and I've gone consecutively every year since.
did
then.
you ever know Kamuti and Consuelo?
No.
Kamuti and Kinteme. Okay, so they went back when it first started, and they were talking about how much has changed, and it's not really
Yeah. Oh,
and that's why I was like,
well, I think I saw it after the most of the change had already happened.
Okay.
So I see changes from year to year.
Right.
But it's pretty much for the last 7 years that I've gone. It's pretty much
Been the same.
What I expect. You mean
Man.
there's no. It hasn't become commercialized. There's no. You can't buy anything. You have to take everything out that you bring in.
all right.
You know.
That being said, let me ask you this, because you've been going this long. If you had to estimate how much money you have spent going to this festival in its entirety. I mean, you're in the millions, right?
No, not millions, but
at least,
yeah.
I mean, come
hundreds
on.
of thousands, yeah.
And you don't think you've broken $1 million with going to this? I mean, think about it. With everything, transportation.
I haven't. I haven't personally,
Even
but
the smallest accoutrement.
Well, I mean, that's like.
Well, yeah. I usually tell people.
I got the IRS right here on the
to
phone.
budget between $2,000 and $3,000 on a low end if you like to go fancy, like Gary, our friend Gary, who owns Kathmandu and,
right.
Kush.
He likes to go fancy.
He goes a little fancier, so his budget is probably more like $8,000-9,000.
Yeah, because he's asked me to go with him several times, and I was like, dude,
I don't want to drop $9,000 on a festival, and but it's an experience. It's not really.
Well, there you go. If you can afford it, then you should
of course,
do it. I
but
mean, by God, but
that's where
absolutely.
I'm going with this as well.
But you can go cheap, and I've known some people that.
And by cheap, what's cheap?
Cheap would be you
$3,000.
Well, your flight. So let's say you're coming from Orlando to Reno.
$3,000.
That's not $3,000.
No,
probably $1,000 would be cheap.
Okay,
and that's if you but if you
but the tickets alone,
the tickets alone are $500.
Okay, so there's
a Wolf of Wall Street party on the plane.
No. Listen, the tickets alone are $500. Okay, that's where I'm going with this. All right, and so. I mean, it's a lot more expensive than you think because, trust me, I tried to figure it out one year, and I'm like, are you kidding me? I can't afford this fucking shit,
No.
And I'm, I'm just coming from the real side of it.
You can get subsidized by, if you're helping out physically with a camp to help make it go and all that stuff.
And that's what I mean. I'm too old to do that shit, and that's why, I think I'm past my prime on that.
I will stand by my statement. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I've never met anybody that really wanted to go to Burning Man that couldn't figure out a way to make it happen.
Okay,
so you obviously really don't want to go.
Well, all right then. Well, I'll agree to think you're an asshole about that. That's all good. I mean, trust me. If I had the money, I would go, but I just couldn't make it happen. So, but it's all good. Yeah. And I'm not. I'm just. I love you, brother. And
I'm not judging if you don't want to go. You don't have to go. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck Burning Man. I'm going to goddamn
Coachella.
Yeah. Wish I've been to Coachella.
All right. This is back to the JB Rev Show.
Word.
You know what's going on? I tell you what's going on. JB paints his fingernails. What's going on with that, JB? JB don't know, but his fingernails are painted. Or are they bruised? Oh my God, they're bruised. Wait, no, it's silver paint because he's been huffing the silver paint. I told him, you need to stop huffing. He said, what?
Dude, that was spot on. That was good.
If you like huffing, you'll love the JB Rep Show.
It's like the silver paint in Mad Max.
There you go. If you like huffing, you'll love the JB Rep Show. Thank you. That was our promo. He was like, yeah, we could do a promo during this long time off. I'm like, okay, let's do it. And I realized I had some stuff already. And I was like, okay, we already got this. I could chop this up, but
play the racist one.
I don't have it all queued up.
We did a racist one,
and that's been my
you're
bad.
Racist. Don't listen to our show.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. That's my bad. I had to reset this board for something else or something, and I never put everything back on
because you moved it to go to Maxine's.
But there's little nuggets in there. No, like we have little Joseph Martin drops, Jim Jackson drops. You know, just people variously. Jeff Nolan is a great example.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, but that's what we got to do is kind of over.
We're getting some drops from you before you go.
We're going to try to work. Well, we're going to try to work to get a little bit more content oriented, a little more branding oriented. Give you a little bit more of a show if we can every single week.
Speaking of branding, dude, I like your new logo.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Tom, Mr. Thorspecken. Beautiful new logo that we have.
I need to reach out to him.
It's like you and I, the dynamic duo, busting through Orlando. Like, yo, what's up? Because it's true. I would say we probably broadcasted. We're the most
consecutive
locations live broadcasts we have done from Orlando. I think.
I
don't know if anyone else.
I mean,
we're
done.
internet radio, so it's like they record episodes or whatever.
Right.
Anyways,
and they're all
it
archived,
doesn't matter.
so they're all out there.
Yeah,
and we've talked to
stuff. And we're going to go to Whiskey Spews.
Whiskey Lose.
Whiskey Goose.
We'll do the first podcast.
We're going to do
from
that.
there.
And there you go.
With the first under new ownership.
Yeah, Jim Faraday. That's right.
Okay.
You know Jim, right? Of course you do. So, who doesn't?
I've got a pulse and a heart. How can I not know Jim Faraday?
Right? You haven't been under a rock. I get it. So, JB.
Oh, by the way, I just recently came across an article that
we
talks.
never spoke about the lounge diggers.
How about you stop talking over people?
An article. Well, we
Let
never
him
spoke
finish
about
the
the
sentence.
lounge diggers. Don't get mad at me,
dude. He was right in the middle of a sentence.
I don't care because we're like two valleys away from where we were going to talk about it.
But when someone's talking, could you not talk over them?
Oh, don't you give that to me, mister.
I did.
I am not your father.
Okay.
Thank you
So,
very much.
Back to Johnny, who we've got here in the studio, who was in the mid-sentence, and you got, we never went back to the lounge lizards.
Oh, my God. Well,
it's not even lizards. You call them lounge lizards.
You're interrupting me. Let's get back to lounge diggers.
You said lizards before.
My diggers.
Yeah.
All right, my lounge diggers.
Yes,
out there.
lounge diggers.
All right, let's talk a little about that because I think that's important. And that's
so
what
after the collapse of Los Diggers, I took a little time away from performing live.
Yes.
All right.
And reemerged with a concept called lounge diggers, which is essentially a lot of people got confused because of the name Los Diggers. They thought it was like Spanish music and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Play La Bamba.
But we were really just doing a lounge act, and so the lounge diggers is an ever-changing group of musicians. So it is not. It's not a one one set. There are some key. Me being one of them.
Yeah.
Jack DeMarco, but we have guest musicians like Justin. I can never pronounce his last name.
All right, Justin. We'll just call him Justin.
Yeah, just Justin.
Just Justin.
And some of my buddies from Howl at the Moon.
Okay.
And whoever happens to be available that night.
Right.
And we play at Maxine's, we play down at Little Indies.
Rotating collaboration, okay.
Right. Rotating collaboration.
So the vibe is very all over the place.
Yes.
And I love it about that. Yeah, and the jazz, polka, you almost like
every style.
You name it. Dealer's choice almost. It's
crazy. And we take requests, and we even have a song list that if you want to come up and sing with the band, we do like a karaoke front thing.
Right.
That's awesome.
So, you doing this now?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Where?
And they're coming up at Maxine's.
Well, Maxine's at our next show is New Year's Eve at Maxine's. There's our second annual New Year's Eve Maxine's extravaganza.
Okay.
Maxine is going to... Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
That was me.
After I actually spoke with Maxine at the event, the block party that they had. That
we interviewed you on?
Yep.
Okay.
And I was like, we could do something bigger like this for New Year's Eve. And she was like, that's a good idea. And she's like, I wouldn't even need a permit. We could just do it in the parking lot. So I feel I don't know their exact plans, but last year they did I think they did 3 different seatings, and you had a limited menu.
Okay.
Maxine's is on Shine. That's inside.
Pause.
That's inside our.
Right now, keep going. Where are you going? Please hit pause on that.
And so
he's in the middle of a fucking story right here.
I hit mute.
All right, well, you still started it, asshole. Okay. He's in the middle of a fucking story. Okay. Maxine's on New Year's Eve,
and then he puts a video of me
of you on.
How am I not?
I'm not the bad guy here.
You are.
How am I not supposed to look at that and get a little distracted?
Cool. I just thought that'd be cool. There's Johnny Diggs right there.
Yeah.
There he is right there. Wouldn't that be a surreal moment for him? Like he's trying to concentrate. So that's like the little thing. You got to stay on your toes.
Yes, that's true. It's
true. Hazing. It's okay. I'm Jerry Seinfeld. Good night.
No, you're not.
Good night, America.
You're more like
love you. Don't forget to laugh.
You're more like Donald Trump right now.
What? Okay, I will take it. Because I'm gonna convert. I'm gonna do some crazy stuff as Trump.
You've been
You
doing
haven't
it.
seen nothing yet.
You're gonna.
Oh boy, here I go. Now that I possess Trump, oh, here we go. Oh, you have to have a baby if you're a woman. Mandate law. Elvis Trump coming out of me. All right, come on. Let's get
3 seatings.
Uh-huh.
At least they did last year, and a limited menu, so you can.
Okay, so this is on the 30th.
This is the 31st. This is New Year's Eve.
31st.
New Year's Eve.
So this is a big. It's a big. It definitely will sell out. Did last year. I don't know if they're taking reservations yet, but I would call them tomorrow. If I had their phone number nearby, I would do it. But it's Maxine's on Shine, downtown Orlando. It's a nice little neighborhood. I think they've won best neighborhood restaurant like 7 million years.
A good
running.
phone number.
It's a great venue.
407-674-6841.
If you've never been, the food is amazing. They just got their liquor license this year.
Maxine'sOnShine.com.
Yep. I've been friends with Kurt and Maxine.
Well,
for
we
a long
definitely
time.
endorse and love those guys.
Yes.
They're so awesome over there. So the fact that you're going to be doing this event is very exciting. We do want to encourage people to kind of bolster up and say, hey, let's go experience
and
this.
get the information he was talking about.
It's going to be an experience.
Three seatings that they're going to be doing, like they did last year. And
it comes with pairings of wine and like you get to choose a limited menu, but we had a really great time by the end of the and everyone was there last year. I mean, like Patty Sheehan and Buddy Dyer, and it was like it was standing by midnight. It was standing room only. And we all, it's like a neighborhood downtown Orlando family.
Right.
Get in there now, kind of thing.
Yeah, and just really special. And we all sing "Auld Lang Syne" and then do a little dancing.
See, I mean, I love that because I like to watch older stuff based on the past, like thousands of years ago, and just understand that culture. Because you're exactly right. Participatory group singing is a huge part of the human spirit.
Yep.
Right. Absolutely.
Spirit and culture. Yeah. Yeah.
And
absolutely.
No one knows that better than our guests, singing
there you go.
all these classic
Bring it together,
songs.
feel that
with
existential experience, which
Johnny Diggs.
the Lounge Diggers.
Yeah.
Maxine's on Shine the 31st.
The other big event that I've got coming up ties back to the Red Fox Lounge is that we're doing an event at Will's. We're taking over both rooms at Will's,
right?
The main stage and Little Indies.
Valentine's Day.
It's a couples night. It's
this is awesome.
Yeah. So Mark,
this sounds cool.
Yeah, doesn't sound cool. It is cool because he's doing it with Lorna.
With Lorna, yeah,
really,
yes.
So Mark Wayne, who I mentioned earlier, played the Red Fox Lounge.
Right.
His widow Lorna, who's since gotten remarried and is doing great. But Mark passed away on Valentine's Day in 2012.
Oh wow!
And so he died of a heart attack. So we're going to do it's a benefit for the American Heart Association, and we are going to. We're hopefully working with, maybe we haven't nailed all this down, with Maxine's to do sort of like an early seating at Maxine's and then come over for the show. It's going to be
nice.
A lot of
classy,
a lot of great Orlando musicians are donating their time. We've got Kaylee Baker.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And her band,
awesome.
which is she's
she's
got a band.
Yeah, the Enablers.
No,
Not the Enablers.
That's what it was. Well, there's.
She's got a new band.
All right.
So just Google that.
Google Kaylee Baker's new band. And Eugene Snowden is playing.
Right, of course.
Justin.
Great.
We've got
Justin.
Justin.
That's right.
We've got a 3-piece jazz band coming up from Eddie V.
Is this the one that Brett Barr just did the? No, okay,
that was in the past.
No. Brett Barr just did a
a big poster.
Yeah, and it wasn't of the past
poster.
No, it's not. Yeah. Anyway,
so it's going to be love, dedication to love songs and the Red Fox Lounge.
Sweet.
Lorna has a bunch of these amazing sequence dresses.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You're gonna do it for auction,
and
right?
we're gonna auction off, do a silent auction of her dresses.
That is awesome.
We are looking for some models to model some of those dresses for the evening.
The Reverend.
No, I don't do that kind of modeling anymore.
I thought you were raising your hand.
Not anymore.
I'm so sorry. You looked like you were raising your hand.
Oh, and speaking of
sorry.
Christian Kelty is going to be doing a special kind of Overheard at Joe's thing where they talk about the concept of love.
Oh, interesting, like a public forum kind of a deal.
Yeah, and then we've got Andrew Spears going to hopefully do some custom poster work.
That's the Orlando joint there. All right, so when is this? Valentine's?
Valentine's.
So maybe
Valentine's
we should be there too.
I would love it.
What is Valentine's?
It's a Thursday.
Okay, so we just changed Tuesday to Thursday and we're golden.
Yeah.
Let's do it now. All right, I'm going to cut myself.
All right.
Let's do a bud.
All right.
Hold on. That's too much blood.
I didn't do that shit.
Oh my god! All right, well, touch my arm. Okay, then we're brothers.
I have a
All right,
wife.
we'll do it.
On Valentine's Day, you know.
Oh my god, we just did
we're gonna
blood
celebrate.
pact. All right, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna broadcast live from this.
This would be great.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
All those people, we want to be involved. Let's do it. What do you say,
All right,
Reverend?
I'm in.
Yeah, Reverend's in.
I don't need
We're
to
all
show
in.
you my blood,
Beautiful.
but I'm in.
Nobody cares about your blood. They told us.
Yeah, and the cool thing is that all the proceeds are going to go to the American Heart Association. So we're no one's making money off this deal. And
we certainly won't be because we never do. So it's all good. We'll totally
we got a future date in
volunteer our
2019
time.
reserved.
So
that's good.
You notice I didn't ask for what your fee would be before I agreed to this.
Well, let me give you. Wait till you see our rider.
Love that you just
when I give you our rider,
experience love in your own way.
You fuck
we don't
anything
even
up.
have to double check your shit.
You fuck anything up on
Don't
our
know.
rider.
God
I'm
is
out.
your receipt.
Only the green M&Ms.
There you go. Exactly. At least you know where I'm coming from. If you fuck that shit up, we're out.
Case of rock. The rock.
But we'll be there.
Case of rock. Okay.
I love Ciroc.
No.
I love smoke rock.
Yeah. What?
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 I
Did
love
you say? Smoke rock.
Yeah,
That's not
you know,
good.
cocaine. You ever heard of it?
I love
Man, do I love the crack.
Not
the
good.
rock.
The rock, the crack. I smoke it all, man. That's what I'm on right now, you guys. Come on. That's why you love me so much.
They're making a big.
If it wasn't for rock cocaine, I would be not half the man I am today. For real.
Would that be
all the children listening?
What are you saying?
Would that make you a quarter of a man?
I don't understand.
Okay, so this is what's really, if this is how you do it. You get the
But you're not even
cocaine
serious,
and
though.
you gotta,
This is what's sad.
You got to
It's
cook
like,
it up yourself.
We were just
all right.
Okay, you just
and
went
then it's
into
not crack.
Never
Then it's rock. All right, and then if you add like
nope,
Drano,
stop giving people drug
you
advice.
can make it meth.
No, Reverend,
it's even better.
Stop it. Cut it out.
Come on, kids.
Cuckoo, I'm gonna go get you, Duke boy. Shut up over there talking about drugs. Pew, 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 pew. Yeah, that's right. Thank you.
James Best Theater, man. I don't
cut
know.
that. That's perfect.
Jump on board the Met train, everybody.
What?
Choo choo.
Did you ever go to the James Best Theater?
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm there right now.
I don't believe so.
So, okay, I got a question from Mr. Johnny Diggs. This and please let him answer this in its entirety before you jump all over it with your weird things you're doing with your voice. So, Johnny.
Yes, Rev.
What is the weirdest thing and the craziest thing you ever saw at Burning Man?
Oof.
Or even a part of?
The weirdest or
Take your time.
craziest thing
Yeah.
I've ever seen at Burning Man. Well,
And that can be it can be a two-part answer. The weirdest and craziest.
Don't plan ideas.
Yeah. I mean, there's this one camp that does a group like human car wash shower sort of thing.
Okay, that sounds weird.
Human car wash shower just won the show.
And
so we can safely dovetail out of this episode.
In the
Thank
sand.
you. So what was that again? Human car wash shower? Was that what you said?
Yeah.
And
there we go. Hashtag human car wash shower. Oh, thank you so much. That's a nugget. And we can dovetail off of that.
so
great.
Thanks once again for interrupting.
Okay.
He was going to go somewhere with that.
I'm sorry.
Well, I was going to describe what it is, unless
Yeah.
you, unless,
No, I'd like
unless
to,
you
yeah.
guys already got it in your.
No, well, Apparently, JB
Tap
does.
the mic. Tell me all about it. Go ahead.
So
clamp the nipple clamps on.
It's you go in. You don't have to go in naked, but most people do.
Okay.
All right.
And they have a giant fire hose.
Fire hose.
That sounds
and they hose you all down.
Great.
All
and
right.
then they spray suds over top of you.
Okay.
And then everybody washes themselves or each other.
And others.
All right.
And
Irish
then-
spring moments there.
Yes.
Hey, stop interrupting, dude.
I'm adding. Yeah, see?
Yeah. All right. And then
And then they fire hose you off.
So after the 10th time that you went through it, what did you really feel? How did it change?
The soap,
11th time.
The soap got a little itchy.
Oh, see? That's where you became allergic to certain dogs.
You just run through this gauntlet of soap and water, you're saying?
Yeah.
Wait,
With
just say that.
Weird
Okay.
people, all
Fucking-
boys and girls.
It's like
Ew.
getting inducted into jail.
I do not ever want to do
Yeah,
that. That's a nightmare.
That's
to
what
me.
that sounds like.
I still haven't had this happen yet, but my goal 1 year is to arrive on the desert at Burning Man and see boobies before I see an old man's cock.
I think you should say, I want to arrive at Burning Man in a jellycopter.
Old man's cock.
Like
See,
some kind of...
Old man cock naked.
Old man cock. How do we get there?
Yeah. That's,
riding a bicycle.
Nope.
no, I'm not going.
Don't
I will
picture
never.
that. Do
no,
not picture that.
I'm never going to Burning Man. You just cleared it up for me.
Hashtag human car wash.
I'm glad I didn't have enough money to go see Old Man Cock. Because I would have want my money back right then. I'd have been like,
I paid for what?
Wow.
Yeah, $500 for that.
That's why we can't have
Are
subscribers,
you kidding me?
I guess. Okay.
Oh, because we fucking say it like it is.
Well, last week you were talking about cuddling some puppy dog, and that's where Bad Santa blew up.
Well, yeah,
You were talking
fucker.
some little story.
Yeah, fuck
so
me,
you're
you
all
get
on
the
me
fuck outta
about
here.
trying to edit me.
It was time for him to go.
Okay, well.
So funny story about Christian.
All right.
Or Santa.
Yeah. Bad Santa.
That's a demerit.
Bad Santa.
Oh, demerit.
So after I went up and did his show in New York, and afterwards, we didn't realize this, but there was a like a stand up comedy showcase.
Okay.
Right. So and this is in Soho. So these are not the worst comics in the world. Like
Right.
these are up and coming.
Pretty
like
decent.
They're doing
Sharp.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
A little acuity.
You got to be a little on your game to be
I got you.
picked for this list.
Okay, fair enough.
And so we finish our show, clean our shit up, and then we're sitting back in the green room, and some of the comics start filling in.
Okay.
And they got a vape pen and they're passing it around. Okay.
Where was this again?
This is in Soho in New York.
Okay.
All right. And at the Playhouse where we did Overheard at Joe's.
Okay.
And so, the guy comes back with the clipboard, and Christian and I are just kind of sitting there bullshitting about, with some of the comics.
Hey, real quick, did you set up the whole New York thing for Christian?
I didn't set up the New York thing.
All right.
I
I'm
set
just
up
asking.
the
All right.
Iron Cow.
Right on. Okay.
Coming back from New York.
No worries.
Yeah. I was
Just
there.
wondering.
I was there for the end of his run, and I'm like, what's next? And he's like, I don't know. I think I'm going, go back to Orlando for a bit. And I was like, I have a perfect place for this show. It might work at the Iron Cow, because it's just set up right for it.
Yeah, it is.
And
you know Matt, right? You went to school with Matt, right?
Yeah.
Do you know did you go to school with my wife, Dana? Dana Presley?
Dana, that name sounds really familiar.
She went to middle, or she was in the same class with Matt.
Oh, so a couple years younger than me, though.
Yeah, exactly. So you didn't go to school with her. Okay.
Yeah.
But she went,
Jailbait.
Anyway, so we go into the back. We're smoking some weed. All these comics are
Shut
coming
up,
in.
JB.
Some of the comics are looking at their notes,
right?
And trying to go through their set list.
Yeah.
But and others are just kind of bullshitting, making funny, fart noises and shit.
Okay.
And so Christian and I are back there, but we're just we're just getting high and just watching the chaos ensue of these 12 comics. And and so the guy comes around with a clipboard.
Okay.
And he's like, okay, well, what's your name? And so I turn over to Christian, and I was like, well, I'm Costello and he's Abbott. We're going to do...
what if? Or what base?
Yeah, we're going to do the baseball bit.
Who's on first?
Okay, yeah, who's on first? There you go.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm just kidding. We're not actually going to do that. We're from the previous show.
Right.
And so we go outside and we walk, take a walk around the block. We come back, and
the guy really put you down as cut, right?
So we're watching some of the comedians,
and
Christian goes into the back, into the green room to pick up our stuff, and apparently gets like. I come back and there's a screaming match going on between Christian and this one female comic about Abbott and Costello and whether or not they're funny or not.
All right. Was it a bit?
No, it wasn't. It was.
Whoa, man, it's Christian. I love it. I mean, he's such a good he was making it a bit.
He is a good actor. He is
I love Christian.
He is a brilliant improv in the and you got to relish that kind of stuff, and that's what I think is beautiful about your donation to the Orlando culture, because over the years, like we were saying, you have harmoniously just kind of blended in and fitted in, but yet done these spectacular things. So I admire that, appreciate that, and again, as coming from a pure place of love every single week, it's really just an honor to learn a little bit about people, try to get a better understanding. Because what lacks, I think, is just this time to be open and learn.
Right.
So the more we discipline ourselves to do it, the more powerful it becomes.
Discipline.
Anyway.
Absolutely.
Put that in your own agenda there, buddy.
That's right. Last hashtag signing off. We are going to be signing off.
For the rest of the year.
Here. So,
forever.
Let's.
I thought it was forever.
You going to hang out with us and do some news? Is this a good dovetail into the breaking news babbling? Can we do it?
I can hang out.
All right, before you hang out, so no Reverend's Revelation again gets pushed aside. I see how you are.
He gets bumped.
I stopped.
Every time he gets bumped.
He bumped me.
We got Revelation. No, we got Revelation. You didn't send me anything like you normally do.
All right, so this brings
just
me.
call
You
him.
didn't cue me up, bro.
Might as well just call him David Spade at this point. He gets bumped.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
I don't understand it. It just sounds funny.
All right, so all right, you're gonna look up and how's the best way for you to play it? Spotify or
this
YouTube?
is all something we normally pre-configure.
So we're just I'm gonna call it out like it is.
Send it to me,
and you're gonna just look it up.
Okay,
on the best platforms for you to play.
Go. What do you think? YouTube. Go.
I'm asking you, Mr. Tech Guy, what is best way for you to play this?
It depends on what the song is.
It'll be on either one. It'll be on Spotify. It'll be on YouTube. It'll be on any platform. This is a very commercial band.
Okay, well, it's easier for me to look it up right here and just play it and cut our mics.
Is it Untouched Tunes?
Is that what you want?
Whatever is easiest for you
just say
is what
the
I'm
name
asking.
that I gotta search. You're killing me.
YouTube.
Just go. Just search
so
it.
it's The Cure.
Google that right now.
The Cure. If only tonight we could sleep. Because I don't think I'm going to after dealing with your bullshit tonight. True story. It's a bit. Or is it? We don't know. Because JB's over there. He's drooling on his mouse pad. And he has a mouse pad, too. It's a picture of
who
his...
Who uses a mouse anymore?
Yeah, him. Look at him. He's over there mousing around, not being able to pull up shit. He's a mess.
You
Look
need
at
to
him.
unchain yourself from the mouse.
Fucking pissing me off. This production, he bumps my
surprised
fucking...
he doesn't have a trackball.
He bumps my bit to begin with, the whole Reverend's Revelation.
Well, you never sent me anything. Now you're sending me a Cure song that's clearly going to strike licensing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, what's the...
And it's only if only tonight we could sleep. It's off the Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me fucking album, and it's fucking brilliant. Or you know what? How about this? Put The Cure like cockatoos.
Hold on,
but you'll never be able to spell cockatoos.
I know cockatoos.
Yeah, no.
C-O-C.
He knows how to spell cock. Anything with cock in it.
Exactly.
Cock word, I know.
Any cock word. Right up his butt. He loves it so much. You listen to JB Rap Show. If you like Huff and Paint, you're going to love our show. Oh, so I got bumped again. Really? What the fuck, dude?
Breaking news badly.
No, I'm not.
Breaking news badly. We're going to start with the Reverend's Revelation. There you go. All right. That's how you blend programming. All
nice
right.
segue.
There we go. I'm doing it all.
They're called program blending?
On the top, on the bottom.
If, hey, I won't.
It is a track from The Cure. If Only Tonight We Could Sleep. This is the 2006 remastered version.
Perfect. Because it's awesome.
All right, and it's the
I recommend putting
Revelation.
headphones on for this.
Put some headphones on.
This is a song that I grew up with, and it's fucking brilliant. It really is.
WJBW Orlando, the very first quasi-radio web show.
3, 1.
That's right.
There you go.
That's right. We're back with the JB Rev Show.
Revelation.
This is the mysterious DJ making a comeback from
comeback?
homage to Mr. Garabo. But that was The Cure with If Only Tonight
great.
We Could Sleep.
That was great.
I just
Obviously, we're going to get hit on the copyright on that, but
awesome.
That's why we distribute everywhere so that it's known that we're not trying to monetize what we do.
That's right.
We love music. We love to
we can't make no money off
kind of
this
spread
shit.
awareness. And the whole concept behind the Reverend's Revelation, I would think might be good, like as a show, like we spoke about.
Right. I'll do it.
I would love a monthly show.
As long as you come to my house.
Monthly
and I can
Revelation.
play off my turntables in my own, environment.
Right, well, we'll work it out.
You know what? Do that. I'm all in. All right.
And now,
let's go.
I've been coming here for 4 years. You can come to me for a couple.
Okay. Well, maybe one.
All right. You work right by me, bitch.
Hey, he's posting us live out there. All right. I see him posting us on
Yeah.
social media.
Oh, my God.
Johnny Diggs is posting stuff.
You should post this when we're talking, not when we're like sitting here not making any noise.
I didn't say post. You can post it. Anyway, okay. So breaking news badly.
Yeah,
We
I'm going to
read,
untag
these
myself.
headlines. What is this? MarketWatch.com opinion. Bitcoin is close to becoming worthless.
Yep.
Recent article.
I pulled out.
You weigh in on that? You did pull out. Okay.
I pulled out back in January.
Yeah, so this magical digital currency that there's a lot of hope for seems like it's going to flounder. And it might be kind of that authoritarian rule sensibility. I don't know, man. I don't know what's backing that whole thing. I mean, I think it was an exciting concept. But I don't know why it couldn't fly.
So the underlying technology is blockchain.
Right. It's based on a transactional kind of
a public
society.
It's basically a public register of transactions.
Right. Never mind him. Cut his mic now. Cut the Reverend.
Come on.
All right. This is the time we're smart people
now we're
talk.
called Geek Talk.
No,
Bring me back.
So the cryptocurrency is just one application on top of the blockchain, and so the value of it is kind of it's fake.
It's subject
fake.
to its authenticity.
Exactly. Yes.
So therefore,
and they've been hacked several
it's
times.
predicated on belief.
And then they've had to reset the blockchain several times.
Yeah. Ponzi.
They have, really?
Yeah. Because
Ponzi.
someone figured out an exploit and suddenly stole $17 billion.
Wow.
And I don't know if that's exactly
something like 1984 could actually happen. This is the direction the world is going in at the present time.
Blow, blow.
In our world, there will be no emotions except fear, rage, triumph, and self-abasement. The sex instinct will be eradicated.
The author
We shall
of
abolish the
1984.
orgasm. There will be no loyalty except loyalty to the party.
That parrot is dead.
But always there will be the intoxication of power.
He's no longer living.
Always, at every moment, there will be the thrill of victory, the sensation of trampling on an enemy who is helpless. If you want a picture of the future, imagine a boot
George Orwell.
stamping on a human face.
Ew.
Forever.
Forever.
The moral to be drawn from this dangerous nightmare situation is a simple one.
Vote Trump.
Don't let it happen.
Yeah, don't let it happen. That's
Don't let it end. I'm begging you.
Okay, thank you. All right, that was our...
Well, that was very inspirational.
Moving
Thanks
over
for-
to bigthink.com, there's an article here, which I think you'll find interesting and just pursuant to what we just posted there, which was George Orwell himself, speaking about the future of humanity, how China's social credit score will punish and reward citizens. This is bigthink.com. What are your concepts on a social credit score? So each of us in this room, we have a credit score based on our financial discipline or what have you.
I have a clout score.
Solvency. Yeah.
Yeah. Clout with a K, K-L-O-U-T.
Yeah, I have I don't know. I haven't signed into
I have
that.
a tank score.
They got bought. And
My account clout for a long time. Anyway.
Love you a long time.
Long time. I have not signed into that. But what do you think about that concept of your social clout being something that the government is able to monitor and register and
it's kind of
base
scary.
decisions on? That is kind of scary, right?
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
it's no scarier than like your credit score, I think.
No, I think it's more invasive than your credit score.
Well,
because it's your social credit score.
But
so if you post, pictures of ponies all the time, and meanwhile you're strangling puppies in a barn.
Don't be calling me out because I post ponies. I'm a pony posted motherfucker.
Are you a brony?
I'm a pony posted.
Are you a brony? You just admit it, Reverend. That little wisp of your hair, you're a brony.
I'm a pee-pee.
Well, you're
a pony poster.
You got that little wispy hair thing. I think you're a secret brony.
All right, I'm a pee-pee. I'm a pony poster.
What?
All I post is ponies. That's all I'm saying.
You're a pony poster?
I'm a pony posted motherfucker.
Have you ever posted pony poop?
No pony poop posting.
I'm a
we
pony.
don't need no pony poop posting.
Pooping posted motherfucker. Dude.
Pony Danza. They call me Pony Danza.
Hold me closer, Pony.
Angela.
Mona.
Jonathan.
Mona. That's my mother-in-law's name.
There you go. Okay.
Mona.
There you go. That's a Drew Garabo tribute.
That is.
He did that so great.
Hat tip to Drew.
Yeah,
really?
There you go.
Mona.
No, he used to do that. Mona, Angela.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I know
great.
what you're talking about now.
And Dan Stone,
Mona.
we were talking about earlier, too. You've got a connection to him.
I have a connection with Dan as well.
And we interviewed him quite a little while ago, but he definitely fit our local legend criteria. But
absolutely.
I mean, and that's what it
You're welcome.
All of his bumpers are.
This little break.
Hey, Dan
this
is
little
awesome.
break, I think for us, we can kind of get some good branding around what we're doing. We've been kind of lazy, so we apologize. We just got old bits and stuff that we keep playing. I mean, it's like, how much can you love that?
Dude, let me tell you.
All right.
When you played that earlier,
Do the JB Show.
that one,
I got.
Um, that was really- he gets crazy with his buttons. He just keeps pushing them. He won't stop. Some people are into that. I know there's a website. I mean, they're good, but when you do them one after another, it's kind of doesn't. You have to know. You have to know when to use them. You got to know when to hold them. Know when to fold them. Know when to walk away, dude. I'm running it. See, it's no good. On that note, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
That's like a
Play the
skeleton
kitties.
crew. Wait, I got a couple more stories, man.
But hey,
we've only gone through
I'm
a few
Johnny.
stories.
Thank you so much for being
Radio
here.
station bands,
Thank you.
Baby, It's Cold Outside.
That's a
West
publicity
Ju-
stunt.
What, you think it is?
I know it is.
That song's a little rapey.
It is a little rapey. Okay, fair enough.
I did actually hear it performed reverse
By Bill Cosby?
By
he does a rendition.
For some
What's
reason,
in
I
your
have a
drink?
version in the back of my head, but I can't quite make it out.
Okay.
No,
It goes,
a version.
It goes like this.
These are good times for.
One.
There was this girl who
It wasn't near.
drank a drink and then she fell asleep until you're done.
Okay. All right.
Crash Test Dummies, sung by Bill Cosby.
You're back to the Crash Test Dummies. That's
Yeah,
good. that's a good callback, Rev.
There was a girl.
Stop laughing and it'll be good. Just you're in your own way on this.
I cracked myself up.
You're laughing too much. Anyway, because it is funny. Anyway, there you go. All right. Well
then.
I did hear it though
You
once
just made it
with the guy singing the
Talking Heads?
the voices. The guy was singing the girl's part,
Same
and
as
it was less creepy.
Yeah, but it was still.
Because it was her trying to get him to stay.
Oh.
Interesting.
When does that ever happen?
Exactly.
Yeah.
All
right. Here's a good segue. Japan's Crazy Penis Festival has to be seen to be believed.
You've been there twice now, right?
Ranker.com.
This is why you're bringing this up?
Crazy Penis Festival.
This is your favorite festival.
I'll throw it up here for you.
Talking about like spending money to go on shit, and this is JB has no money. And he's been there 3 years straight.
I don't go to Burning Man. I go to Burning Cock over in Japan.
The Penis Festival. You love it.
Yeah.
That's all he talks about.
It's not shooting it up there. Okay.
Oh, that's what she said.
Well, it's a commercial somehow.
It's not shooting it up there. That's what she said.
Matthew McConaughey. Okay.
Fucking, I love Dunder Mifflin. Fucking, he's always been my boss. He's great. And so, thank you everybody for
Kelly
being
Clarkson.
part of the.
I can't get to it, man.
Yeah, well,
the gateway drug is alcohol, not marijuana. There you go.
Well, duh.
That's another article. That's
Really?
from
Really?
realpharmacy.com. That's what
Really?
they say. Yeah.
Coach Isley.
How to talk to people
Save me out of a
according
sand
to
trap.
Terry Gross. This
And
is
Terry Patashar.
an article from the New York Times.
Terry Gross. She used to be on the SNL.
The NPR host offers 8
was.
spicy tips for having better
Terry Gross is
conversations.
NPR.
I think
Anyways.
she used to be.
It's not the same Terry Gross.
NewYorkTimes.com.
But no one's listening to you, by the way. We're having our own thing going on.
Jeez, okay.
All right,
Jamie.
what's Terry Gross have to say?
Cow cuddling
gross.
is the new wellness trend. Now it costs
speaking of
$300 for a 90-minute session to cuddle a cow. What do you think about that?
To cuddle a cow?
I'm a cow cuddling motherfucker.
Yeah, that's a real.
I say,
business
give
model.
me more.
Oh, weak.
Once there was this cow.
You're just gonna keep milking that joke. That's utterly terrible.
Oh, here comes that dig of wits.
Okay, thank you.
This is part 2 of the show, by the way. We're gonna do a breaking
Cow
news.
cuddling is the new wellness trend, and now it costs like $300
We love that.
To
for
cuddle a
90
cow?
minutes of this. And yeah, I'll throw
Hey,
it up to the
Johnny, where do you live?
monitor
What part of
here.
town do you live in?
I'm in the DP, Delaney Park.
The DP.
Okay. Yeah, just right
Yeah.
over. There you go.
DP.
All right, so there you go. That's my article. I don't know. What is the source again?
Yeah, that's great for the listeners out there.
BeyondBlindfold.com.
Look at what's going on.
There you go.
There.
Okay.
Would
well,
you just look at it? Just look at it, everybody. You're listening.
Orlando Taco Festival.
I'd rather tip those cows.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Yeah,
a cow
You
tipper.
get their mushrooms.
I'm a cow tipper motherfucker.
Orlando
I
Taco
took 20%.
Festival.
I'm
You
a
guys
pony
go to
posting cow
next
tipper
year,
motherfucker.
February 9th, next year. February, Orlando
Yeah,
Taco
anyway.
Festival.
That's going to be 5
Fun
days.
as hell, right? Those are good.
That's going to be 5
That's
days
good
before
time.
my event.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there you go. Go to the Taco Festival.
And then go to the Valentine's
event.
That's right.
There you
It's
go.
gonna be at
which
Will's Pub,
We're going to be
Valentine's Day night.
broadcasting from. Wow.
Gonna have,
Where's the taco festival?
So,
who cares?
Is it like tacos as in actual tacos?
So,
Or is this like another Burning Man kind of
I'm gonna
thing?
go
yeah,
home
it's
and
like
have
Burning Man taco, basically.
some pink taco.
The most
with Dana.
anticipated food and entertainment
'Cause I love you,
festival
baby.
of the year is taking over the brand new Drive Shack located at Lake Nona Boulevard in Orlando.
I hate that
Florida.
place.
You do?
Yeah, and I hope they never want to be a sponsor because that place sucks.
Wow.
I'm gonna call them out right now.
Where-
Don't
wait,
go.
what
Don't even
place?
go to this.
What place?
Wow.
What?
That place.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what?
Never mind
I'm
that.
not even
Lake
gra-
Nona?
I'm not even going to give them credit. Yeah, all of Lake Nona sucks.
I got some. Hold on.
Shit's out
I
off
got
the
another
highway.
video clip here.
It's all bullshit.
You in jail and time out.
Well, let me tell you this, Linda.
My name ain't Linda. So you sit right there and time out, little bad little girl.
Bad
Let
little
me say
girl.
something.
No,
If
don't tell me.
If I wasn't here, I would surely take a day off from you and then a day off from these kids. I run the classroom. I was done with you.
I'm done with you too, but you in time out.
Oh, let me tell you something, honey. This is not noise.
This
You're
is a
gonna be
little
in
kid
time out.
Talking to an adult.
Oh,
That's why you in time out right now.
I think so.
I think so.
Well, when I get up out of town and go to bed, I will be glad to go home and enjoy the rest of my life.
What was that last line?
I'm just a regular smuggler girl from the Bronx. What's poppin'? My name is Cardi B. Yeah, what?
Okay, so there you go. All right, we popped out.
And on that note, where's the kittens? Play the cat music. We're
there
done.
They are. All right. Yeah.
That
Oh, let's
was a
get
great
to
show.
them. Hold on. Let's
Last
get
show
to them.
ever.
There we go. Last show ever.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
It's been awesome.
Polka's hottest.
Johnny Diggs.
HOTTESC.com. PolkasHottest.com. Shannon Holt Art. Orlando
love you,
City
bro.
Smoke Shop, Dank Orlando City Smoke Shop, and Kush Ultra Lounge.
Lake Mary Rams, baby.
Also throwing in, what is it? Catmandu.
Oviedo
Winter
Lions.
Park. There you go.
Yeah.
Crushing
Wow, what
the
are you doing?
Rams.
And then,
Patriots, man.
and then, wow, Modern Music Movement Ear Theater.
I'm big in sports.
And infotainment.com.
The modern music.
Upgrade your domestic vehicle.
Artarmy.org.
Artarmy.org. Thank you.
Catmandu, Winter Park.
Well, we just added that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Kush.
But
Dank.
huge thanks to Johnny Diggs.
Johnny.
Go check out the
Awesome.
Lounge Diggers anywhere you can. No, you don't need to turn that all the way.
Yeah, don't. You always fucking.
You could just schmoogle it.
Schmoogle
With an
Google
AZ.
that.
Dig as with an AZ.
Google
AZ.
There you go.
All right.
All right. Anyway, closing out with a little bit of eclectic sounds
I
here.
gotta
What
get
is
the
this?
fuck out of here.
We'll see you on the next one.
JB Rev Show
2019.
next year.
July.
See you next year.
January 8th.
Bitches.
All right. Bye.
I wanna go to art camp this summer. I wanna play with image and form. I wanna make a movie this summer. I wanna be the one you adore. I wanna talk about my intentions and go for lunch with friends from my class. I wanna wear a pair of sunglasses. Hey, don't can I call you back? Hey, little brother, don't go outside. Hey, little sister, don't go outside. 50,000 people die every day. 50,000 people die every day. Hey, little brother, take cover now. Hey, little sister, take cover now. It's hard to give up something that almost works. It's hard to give up something that almost works. Hey, let's do that again. I wanna make a sculpture this summer with mixed media in my backyard. I wanna find beauty in the everyday. It's not a task, why is this so hard? I wanna play with clay in the studio and have fun from finish to start. I wanna do a performance for my peers and give it all that is in my heart. Hey, little brother, don't go outside. Hey, little sister, don't go outside. 50,000 people die every day. 50,000 people die every day. Hey, little brother, take cover now. Hey, little sister, take cover now. It's hard to give up something that almost works. It's hard to give up something that almost works. One more time. I wanna go to art camp this summer. I wanna play with paper mache. I wanna draw and listen to David Bowie. I wanna go to art camp today. I wanna go to art camp this summer. I don't care, I might miss the pay. I wanna go somewhere intellectual. Is what I want, so what can I say? Hey, little brother, don't go outside. Hey, little sister, don't go outside. 50,000 people die every day. 50,000 people die every day. Hey, little brother, take cover now. Hey, little sister, take cover now. It's hard to give up something that almost works. It's hard to give up something that almost works.
WJBW, Orlando, Florida. The first quasi-radio web show.
Wow.
Yeah, hey.